Loyalty, faithfulness, and enthusiasm.
But one of the terms that you hear when you spend any time here at Delone Catholic is squire or squirehood. And this idea of a squire is very important to us. It helps to inform our identity. A squire, of course, is an understudy to a knight. And so our students, very much are squires. And they're squires with a view of becoming knights, right? So we're trying to equip our students with a sense of service to others, which is the hallmark of a knight.
This place is special because the students are invested. We don't have a large population, but we're able to be very active with our sports, with our productions, because the students embrace the opportunity to be involved and create their own community here within the building.
You feel that deep sense of community, you feel that stewardship for each other, for the world around us. You feel that sense of belonging, which I think is really important in today's world, and also instilling in them this sense of responsibility as they go out into the world and become our future leaders.
I think it's important to know that sending your students to Delone is not just a choice in education, it's a choice in education, it's a choice in your faith, it's a choice in how you want your student to be nurtured throughout their educational career. It's how you want your student to be prepared.
It's a community that welcomes all sorts of different people and really comes to know who you are.
At Delone Catholic, our motto is to be doers of the word. The rest of that scripture passage is, and not hearers only. Something we talk about a lot in the Sacred Studies department is making sure that the students are not just memorizing facts and concepts, but really taking them to heart and thinking about how they can apply these to their life as a young adult Christian, as a young adult Catholic.
I think you don't really understand the gifts of this community until you're really immersed in it.
There's nothing like Delone on a Friday night.
I think that there is a sense of pride and responsibility that when you put on a Delone Catholic sweatshirt, you put on a Delone Catholic uniform, you understand that with that comes a sense of responsibility, a sense of pride.
If you are feeling that nudge, you're probably on the right track to just send them, to try Delone.
My parents told me that I could go to any school I wanted, and I chose Delone because I knew it would be a good fit for me and my education.
I'm proud to say I go to Delone Catholic.
I'm absolutely proud to be an alumni. And that being said, I'm proud that my kids are going to be alumni someday.
The best way to inform your decision making is to come and see. Visit us. Every day is open house. We welcome you to come by and to learn more about us.
Once you're a squire, you're always a squire.
This is Joseph Shirillo, graduating class of 2023 at Delone Catholic High School in McSherrystown, PA. My previous school experiences didn't prepare me to become the person I am today like Delone Catholic has. And when you enroll at Delone Catholic, you will be challenged, but at the same time, the school community nurtures you to create your own path. Delone Catholic welcomed me into their community and helped me become the person I am meant to be. I participated with the drama department, athletics, organized charity events, and serve in many leadership roles. All of these opportunities have prepared me for the next part of my life. Delone Catholic also helped me to grow in my relationship with God, and now I invite you to join this amazing community.
To schedule a private tour and learn more about Delone Catholic High School, visit DeloneCatholic.org or call 717-637-5969. Delone Catholic, prepared to lead, prepared to serve, and prepared for life.
Join us at Delone Catholic High School's Fall Open House and Scholarship Competition this October. Meet our dedicated teachers, explore exciting extracurriculars, and meet current students.
I think you don't really understand the gifts of this community until you're really immersed in it.
Give your child the freedom to thrive in a welcoming, supportive environment.
Above all else, our community supports each other.
Learn more about the open house and reserve your spot for the scholarship competition at DeloneCatholic.org.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight at JT Flaherty Field. I'm Danny Smith. I am going to be bringing you in. The guys will be coming up shortly here. I'm just going to touch base on some upcoming school events. Hopefully, our AD, Reverend Rudolph, will be joining us at halftime. So I want to make sure I give him all the time to tell you about what's going on here with our sports programs if he's able to join us. Also, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Aunt Sherry, who is listening to us in Florida. We have Jerry here with us. He's having a great time. So I'm sure we'll update you as things go on. So let's get started with tonight's live stream. Let me just get some things going on here so I can show you what we have coming up. Our next upcoming live stream is going to be the all-school mass on September 19th, and then we're back here next week, JT Flaherty Field, September 20th. I am going to talk about some other live streams upcoming that we have, but those aren't going to be till October. We also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to our Squire Guild members, Trummer Family Dentistry, G&S Foods, Donald B. Smith Roofing Incorporated, McSherrystown Home Association, Griffith Plumbing Services, the McSherrystown K, Council 2551, and the Ladies Auxiliary, Hanover Auto Team, David Ross Orthodontics, Thrivent, Molly Bruce, Conawago Enterprises, Conawago Contractors, and a big shout out to our newest member, UPMC. Thank you so much for supporting our Squires and helping support programs which help our students accelerate in academics and their extracurricular activities. If you have a business or you know a business that might be interested in supporting our Squires, please contact Matthew Thomas at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org or visit DeloneCatholic.org/Squires Guild. You can also scan that QR code there in the corner. That will take you to the website, which is chocked full of helpful information. Want to talk about upcoming Friday night lights. Fans in grades K through 8 are invited to Future Squires Night on Friday, September 20th. That's next week. Our gates will open at 5:30. You want to be here by 6:20 p.m. to run onto the field with your Delone Catholic Squires. The game is against Bermudian Springs, and it will begin. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Future Squires Band and cheerleaders will also have the opportunity to perform with the Marching Squires and the Delone Catholic cheerleaders. You can scan the QR code on your screen to get more information and to sign up. And our Future Squires will be admitted for free with a paid adult admission. The theme for the night is blackout, so wear your black shirts and your black pants and join us at the student section. We have a ton of activities planned for Spirit Week and Homecoming this year for 2024. Those events will be going October 5th through 13th, and you can find the whole itinerary on the website. You can go to DeloneCatholic.org/homecoming. You can scan the QR code. Just to give you an overview of the ideas, there's going to be powder puff volleyball and football. There's going to be a Squire uniform and banner auction. Check that out. There are 2 dates for that, the 6th and the 13th. That is definitely something you're not going to want to miss. The October 7th through October 11th is Spirit Week. There are some very embarrassing pictures of me in the yearbook from Spirit Week from when we graduated, but it's always fun to walk through and see the different themes of the different days. There's the Homecoming Pep Rally scheduled tours of Delone Catholic Campus. You can meet under the scoreboard at 5 p.m. on Friday, October 11th to take a tour. The Homecoming Court presentation will take place at 6:15. 6:30, the Delone Catholic Marching Squires will present their Ascent to the Stars program on the field. We will bring you that. I do want to let you know. If we get muted or blocked, we will do our best to get that back up as soon as possible. But whenever we play the music from the band, we end up getting the stream taken down until we mute it. So we try and vary that. So I apologize to everybody who's worked so hard to have their performances showcased. Why some schools get away with it and some don't. I have no idea. But you can join us at kickoff at 7 p.m. when the Squires take the field versus the Littlestown Thunderbolts. Alumni are admitted for free with their alumni card. Don't have your alumni card? You can go to the website or scan that QR code, and you can get yours free, and it'll be waiting for you at the south gate by the concession stand. There is an after party again after homecoming at 8:30 p.m. at Something Wicked, 21 and older. Please RSVP, where you can do that on the website. And we invite alumni cheerleaders to participate with on the sidelines. So please RSVP if you're interested in doing that. On Saturday, October 12th, the class of 1974 has their 50-year reunion at Ballroom on Broadway. And that same evening, the homecoming dance for students at Delone Catholic High School will take place. And on Sunday the 13th, we have a homecoming brunch here at the high school. You can order tickets on the website. Go to DeloneCatholic.org/homecoming for that, or scan the QR code. So we really look forward to you joining us, whether you're here in the stadium or you're on virtually with us. We look forward to you joining us every week, but especially for homecoming. You don't want to miss your season passes. They are on sale. You can find information about the gold passes, which are good for all regular season home games, fall, winter, and spring. Or you can do the black pass, which is fall only. Scan the QR code or go to the website. The website or the MyDCHS app is so helpful for information. Also, for those of you interested, Delone Catholic Squires Fall Program, you have your option of a digital copy or a paper copy. They are both $5, so whichever works best for you. QR code will take you right to that, and you can sorry about that. Proceeds benefit extracurricular activities at Delone Catholic High School. So if you'd like to support our students and keep up with what's going on in our fall sports, that's how you can do that. The Squires store will be open from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Shepherd's Lobby on the nights of varsity home football games this season. Cash or checks are accepted. Please note that the merchandise is different from the online sideline score. The band is getting ready to play. We are not going to be able to feature them tonight. I just want to wrap up a few quick things here, and then I'm going to turn it over to George and Tony. I do have some extra dates for the school store that'll be open. Friday, September 13th, Friday, September 20th. The school store will be open from 5 to 7 p.m. Monday, October 7th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. and Friday, October 25th from 5 to 7 p.m. The store will not be open for homecoming, so please take note of that if you're interested. And one more thing before we get over to the guys. Nolan Cruz fundraiser, Kicking Childhood Cancer, with Alex Lemonade Stand. He has a special message for you. He writes, I've been blessed to be an athlete and play sports my entire life, and I'm in relatively good health. Unfortunately, some kids like me never get the chance to experience the joys of athletics, or maybe they have, but had it unexpectedly taken from them by a sudden cancer diagnosis. As a senior this season, I want my athletic experience to be more than just about individual and team goals and success. I want to use my abilities to kick a football against childhood cancer by raising funds for Alex Lemonade Stand Foundation for Childhood Cancer. Please help me meet or even exceed my pledge goal while also creating awareness for this important life-changing cause. So he's asking Squire Nation to help him reach his fundraising goal by scanning that QR code or going to his website, which this QR code will take you to, or you can get more details on Delone's website. So what I'm going to do is there's going to be some splash screens up while the guys are talking, and if you see one of our sponsors in your upper left-hand corner, know that they are a Squire Guilds member, and that is our thank you to them for supporting us through this. But if the guys are ready, I'm going to throw things over to them. Thanks, guys.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to JT Flaherty Field in the campus of Delone Catholic High School. Tonight, DCBN brings you the YAIA Division III opener game between the undefeated Cannons of Biglerville and the 2-1 Squires of Delone. I'm going to introduce everybody here. I'm Tony Weaver, along with George Nieder, who will be calling the game tonight. DCBN, Mike Knoll will be on camera. Bill and Danny Smith are producing and directing Luke is assisting as always, and tonight we have Tim here on stats also. Tonight is the divisional opener for both teams. Canners come in 3-0, ranked second in PIA District 3 AAA. They take 6 there. Delone's 2-1 and rated first in District Single A, where they take 2. Also, this is the first away game for Biglerville. So we're going to set this game up. But George, what happened last week for Delone up there in Northern Lebanon?
Well, first of all, Tony, can you believe we're in the 4th game of the season already?
Yeah.
That's number 1. The season's moving along. A big win for Delone last week against Lebanon Catholic in a real tight
Northern Lebanon,
okay? 22-21. Delone pulled that game out. Zach Stahl passed for 85 yards. Braden Smith, number 22, rushed 20 times for 127 yards. They needed each one of those. Chris Cole, who's coming on as a receiver, Tony, had 5 receptions for 80 yards in a real tight contest where Delone turned the ball over several times, okay, which hurt them. Made that contest tighter than it needed to be, but still, all you remember is, as the season goes on, is you come away with a win. And Delone was fortunate enough to win that game 22-21.
You take the good, you fix the bad, and you move on.
Yep.
And the bad for Delone right now is they're sitting at a -5 turnover ratio.
Yes.
Biglerville's at a +3. I don't know if that's going to come in and play in the game tonight, but that's an 8 point swing there in the turnover ratios.
Well, Delone knows coming into this game at 2-1, okay, they know that this is a big game. And the Canners, as you said, this is the first away game. They're on the road for the first time. So the Canners know that this is a big game. They bring one of the better teams in here in some time for sure.
Yeah, they beat Annville Cleona 39-36. They beat York Catholic, which didn't count in the league standings, 21-6. And they beat Northeastern 34-21. So they can put up some points. But they've allowed 20 points a game too. So whose defense is going to show up tonight?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But Coach Brett Smears, I hope I pronounced that correct. Smears, Tony, the Canners. He's got his team rolling. They're off to one of their best starts at 3-0. They take to the road, as you said, for the first time in 3 games. They know that this is a big game. They know that this Delone team has had the better of these matchups for years. But he feels, and he's quite certain, and he's absolutely right about this, he's bringing one of his best teams into this field tonight.
Yeah.
Last year, Delone handled them with ease, 51-7. We'll see what happens tonight.
Well, you're gonna hear the name Aiden Hoffman quite a bit tonight. He has 552 yards rushing in 3 games. He has 211 yards receiving. He's also thrown for 3 touchdowns. So he's like a do-it-all everything on this team, number 5. Bo Forney, the quarterback, is 35 completions out of 63 attempts for 7 TDs, no picks, 505 yards. They are leading the Adams County area in offense, and also,
by far.
Aiden Hoffman's 200 yards ahead of anybody else in the Adams County area.
He has over 500 yards. Can you believe it, in 3 games? But the ball's going to be in their hands all night, Tony. Number 7, Bo Forney. Number 5, Aiden Hoffman, as you said. And Aiden Hoffman, just a junior, Tony, junior running back, and can do it all. Has passed for 2 TDs this season.
Yeah. I mean, they do halfback passes. They do screens. They don't like to run up the middle once. They're going to be a spread offense. The ball's going to be out of Forney's hands very quick. He takes a 2-step drop and boom, it's gone. He's a left-hander, and
no less than 6 individuals have caught passes from Bo Forney this year. Their leading receivers for the Canners are number 8, Taven McAuliffe, wide receiver. He's caught 12 passes, averaging 16.3 yards per catch. And Aiden Hoffman, Tony, out of the backfield, number 5, their featured running back. Look for him. He's caught 11 passes for 189 yards, which is an impressive 17.2 yards per catch.
Yeah, they spread it out and keep him in the backfield, and they send him out of the backfield. And he's caught, like I said, he took a couple to the house on pass receivings already.
Well, against Annville Cleona, Tony, he rushed, as you said, for 221 yards and 4 TDs. That's 9.6 yards per carry. And Forney threw for 194 yards and 2 TDs.
And they had to come back in that game.
Yes.
I mean, they were down a little bit, and they came back.
They needed every bit of that offensive production. You're right.
The Canners come in here 3-0 tonight, and like I said, it's their first away game. It's the YAIA division. Everybody's 0-0 right now in the league. We're going to get out-of-town scores later and give you the Hanover don't play till tomorrow. They play York Tech tomorrow down there. But all the other division foes are in action tonight, and we'll try to update you on that. But getting back to Delone now, George, on Delone's side, they had an injury that
Yeah, Tony, we need to talk about that. Colin Redding, a freshman, playing high above the level of a freshman. He's really been coming on from his inside linebacker position. Apparently hurt his elbow. I think the diagnosis is a dislocation. He's going to be out for several weeks. I don't know the extent of the injury. So that leaves a big hole in the middle because Colin, as a freshman, was playing terrific defense on the inside, and it looks as if Braden Clayball is going to have to move from his defensive end position to inside linebacker, and it looks like Jamie Aquino is going to get the start at defensive end. Little shuffling there on the defense, kind of what has to happen when you have an injury. We'll see how that affects the Delone defense.
Well, now Braden Smith had a pretty good year himself here, 317 yards, 6.6 a carry. And then you down through there, Braden Clayball, 14 carries, 102 yards. And Levi Holtenstein, he has 20 carries and running at a 4.1 clip. So Delone has a nice running game to back up their quarterback, Zach Staub, who's not terrible either. 56 attempts, 39 completions, 358 yards, and 3 TDs. He does have 1 pick.
Yes, and one of the best things we can say that sometimes goes unnoticed is the decision-making that Zach Staub's been able to do under pressure. He hasn't forced the ball too often at all. He's made good decisions with the ball. And if Delone's going to have success down the road, it's going to be that decision-making from that quarterback spot by Zach Staub, and he's shown really a real fine touch, particularly with the sprint-out pass, Tony, play action.
Yeah, and turnovers again, George. I'm looking at, I'm going to give credit to the Gettysburg Times. They gave us these stats. Biglerville has not given the ball away this year yet at all.
Hard to believe.
That's amazing. 5 takeaways. Delone's a -3, like we said.
Particularly early in the year.
Yeah, I mean, they played 3. Now, they've been at home, and they haven't played the best competition, but they played Henville Cleona, who, and Northeastern, a big 5A school. They beat them, and then in the York Catholic, who they have to meet again, which will count in the league down the road here.
Yeah.
So,
but Tony, Zach Staub, I think our stats show that he's like almost a 69% completion rate, averaging about 117 yards per game. That's the difference between this Delone team and years past, where they're putting a little more emphasis on the passing game, not moving away from the running game. They still want to emphasize it, but mixing in more passes for more balanced offensive production.
Yeah, and the thing I noticed about Zach is, whether he rolls right or rolls left, he gets his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage before he lets the ball go, which is huge. He's not just flinging it out there. And I'm not sure sooner or later we're not going to see him take off.
Yeah, you and I have spotted that from up here. There have been opportunities for him to tuck that ball when he's on the corner and go and get down. He hasn't decided to do that yet, but the opportunities have been there. Tony, I want to talk about Braden Smith. He's really become the workhorse of the backfield. He's got 48 carries, and no one else is even close to those amount of carries. He's averaging 6.6 yards per carry, averaging 105 yards per game. He looks like he's the featured back by far in this Delone offense.
Well, a lot of time he's the only back there. He's back there alone with Staub, and what it does when he carries the ball so much, it sort of sets up them inside counters for Holtenstein and Clayball to come back underneath and take the handoff underneath and run them counters that they do.
And it's been successful, Tony, because Holstenstein's averaging 4.2 yards per carry, and Clayball's averaging 6.5 yards per carry. Not a lot of carries, but when they do get that ball, they're making the most of it.
Yeah, I think tonight that the key to tonight's game is, of course, what defense is going to show up. We already mentioned that. Yeah. And who can not turn the ball over? I mean, you put the ball on the ground, you take away a possession, and it just stops all the momentum. We've seen it happen in the Susquehanna game here to Delone.
Yeah.
The mistakes early got them behind the 8 ball, and they didn't have enough to catch up.
Yeah, it's not an explosive Delone offense, Tony. It's not a get-behind type of offense. They can't afford to do that. But this defense for Delone, we want to give a shout-out to Ryan Smillian from his inside linebacker position. He's got 26 tackles on the year. He leads the defense in tackles. And Braden Clayball, Tony, 26, who we said is going to move inside to linebacker tonight. He's got 24 tackles. Unfortunately, Chris Redding, the freshman, who's the third leading tackler on the team, he's going to be out for several weeks.
Yeah. So let's go over the starting lineups here for Biglerville. Quarterback, of course, number 7, Bo Forney. Wide receivers are Tyler Spadashenko, number 4, Kyler Johnson. Number 5, Aiden Hoffman will be the running back. And number 8, Tavian McAuliffe will be the other wideout. And number 6, Noah Fulton will be the other wideout. On the line, they got number 55, Jaden Jackson. Number 56, Mason Bishop. Number 57, Luke Peters. Number 61, Cooper Carolis. I hope I'm saying that right. And number 75, Daniel Lansdowne. And for Delone, George, I think we'll probably see the same starters on offense as we've been seeing.
I think we're going to see Levi Davenport at one tackle and Zeke Vandergrift at the other. Chase Martin takes the center position. Aquino's at one guard, Jamie Aquino and J.D. Zig at the other guard. Zach Staub at quarterback. Chris Cole is a wideout. Caden Hicks at the tight end position, and that's an interesting feature. We're seeing some receivers emerge in this offense, which is really a pleasant thing to see between Chris Cole and Logan Ford. Logan Ford being one running back, Levi Hohenstein's in there, Braden Clayball's in there, and Braden Smith, as we said, is the feature back.
And Chase Martin's the center. And what we've been seeing Coach Zortman do all year long is running plays in with Holtenstein and Clayball.
Yeah.
And they'll usually play the one wing. If you've been watching, Delone plays a slot to one side and tight wing to the other is their main offensive set. They will do a trip sometime, but mainly they're a slot tight wing team. I'd like to say hello to Marty Klunk, watching probably, and Jim. His name just went. Jim Conrad.
Jimmy Conrad?
How can I forget Conrad at McSherrystown?
Jimmy Conrad and,
all our friends watching, Buzz Clunk up in New York. I think Buzz is going to be here next week.
Yeah, it'd be good to see him. Maybe get him up in the booth and let him talk a little about that halftime interview he had during the Delone Cedar Cliff game.
Way back. Nice crowd developing here. Biglerville has a nice, they traveled well tonight. Delone's side filling up. Like I said, we got the whole crew here for DCBN. Luke's here. Is Zach here? Zach's here. Tim's over there on stats, so we're all here. Bill and Danny running things. George,
Tony, let's talk a little bit about the defense real quick for Delone. We want to mention these guys because they seem to be coming on and playing a little bit stronger. Caden Hicks, J.D. Zig, Levi Davenport, and Jamie Aquino are the front four. The linebackers are Parker Hohenstein and Braden Clayball in the inside, Ryan Smillian in the inside, and Levi Hohenstein, outside linebacker. And in the secondary, we've got Braden Smith, Chris Cole, and Logan Ford.
And you know, the injury to the freshman is going to bring Jamie Aquino in to defensive end, so he's going to have to go both ways now. So there's a lot of squires that aren't going to come off the field here tonight.
Yep, no question about it.
And the kickers come down to Nolan Cruz. Number 32, Tyler Wolf, looked like the kicker out there in warm-ups for Biglerville, and he has a nice foot on him too. He was consistently making field goals from 35 yards away. So, and last week, as you mentioned, we beat. Delone beat Northern Lebanon 22-21. Northern Lebanon kicked 3 field goals.
Yes, they did.
But then missed 2 extra points.
Yeah.
So,
look no further than the kicking game, but Delone turned the ball over several times still.
Delone had 4 turnovers last week, which added to their -5 rating right now. And like we said, Biglerville, according to the stats given to me, have not turned the ball over yet this year.
Well, nothing turns a game quicker than the turnover. It really doesn't.
Both teams are getting ready to come on the field here. We got about 9 minutes before kickoff. As always, down to our left here on east side of the field, the toss of the coin took place at 6:30. Now, George, it's hard for us to see what happened down there, but the toss of the coin is already done. So the one you see at midfield is just a ceremonial introduction and letting the fans know who did what. Biglerville will be almost a mirror copy of Delone tonight. They're going to be in black pants, gold trim with white shirts and black helmets. And Delone, of course, are going to have their gold helmets and black and gold trim. So we're getting ready here.
Well, weather-wise, very little wind, Tony, as you look at the American flag down there.
Yeah, it was blowing pretty much from west to east, but now it looks like it's settled down a bit, and we don't have much. Now I'm going to, like I always do, west is the Moose side, east is the school side.
There you go.
So the people that have been Friday night regulars here for the 70 years we've been playing football here on Delone Avenue know the school side and the Moose side.
Biglerville bringing in a nice crowd, Tony.
I said there's not a lot of parking spaces left around here. Now this isn't the Cedar Cliff game of '72, but I mean this is one of the bigger crowds we saw this year so far. Biglerville and Delone both take the field here, and we're going to have the band probably play the national anthem here shortly, and the alma mater, and we'll get off the air for that when they start that. And then they'll have the ceremonial toss of the coin, and we'll be on our way here in the YAIA Division III
key match. Yeah, key matchup. No
and right off the bat, it's a key matchup here. Undefeated Biglerville and Delone 2-1. And like I said, Biglerville is sitting right there at number 2 in the Division 3A PIA districts.
We'd like to welcome you to JT Flaherty Field on the campus of Delone Catholic High School for today's varsity football contest between the Biglerville Canners and your Delone Catholic Squires. Regardless of the outcome of today's game, we ask all spectators to time we wanted to. An opportunity for personal growth for the student, athletes, officials, and spectators. Their handheld signs, interbands, or noise makers are permitted, and spectators by their actions or behavior interfering with this contest will be removed from the stadium.
Actually, Danny, go ahead and give it to the PA now. We'll come back after the national anthem.
Police Department and G4 Security for helping to guarantee stadium security this evening. In case of emergency, please use either the Delone Avenue exit or the South Street exits in the direction of the school building. In the event of sudden cardiac arrest, the closest AED can be found on the sideline with the Delone Catholic athletic trainer. And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Canners. At defensive back, number 2, Tyler Spadacino. At defensive end, number 3, Brody Conrad. At linebacker, number 4, Kyler Johnson. At linebacker, number 5, Aiden Hoffman. At linebacker, number 6, Noah Fulton. At defensive back, number 8, Tavion McCullough. At linebacker, number 9, Landon Taylor. At defensive back, number 19, Braden Pierce. At defensive back, number 23, Gavin Altoff. At defensive line, number 52, Bearson Zullinger. And at defensive line, number 59, Jackson Slode. And now for your Delone Catholic Squires. Starting at tight end, number 6, Hayden Hicks. At split end, number 8, Chris Cole. At split end, number 9, Logan Ford. At quarterback, number 10, Zach Staub. At running back, number 22, Braden Smith. At running back, number 26, Braden Claybaugh. At offensive line, number 50, Jamie Aquino. At offensive line, number 56, Levi Davenport. At O-line, number 59, Chase Martin. At O-line, number 77, Zeke Vandergrift. And at O-line, number 62, J.D. Sig. The officials for tonight's contest are Brian Horner, Jason Malone, John Niederer, Desmond Lamov, and Rich DeLalter. Could everyone please stand for a prayer by our very own Father Schleyline.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Direct, O Lord, all our actions by your holy inspiration, and carry them on by your gracious assistance, so that every word and work of ours may always begin in you, and through you be happily ended, through Christ our Lord. And God, we just ask you that the best team would win tonight. Amen.
Please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem and alma mater by Miss Ashley Heacock and the Squire Marching Band.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Come, raise your voices, join in our heartfelt praise. To our high school, let us sing. To our high school, let us sing. To our high school, let us raise our loyal song. Ne'er can thy spirit die, ne'er shall thy blessings end. May all thy sons defend thy spotless name. Our colors red and blue, ever to you be true, true to our colors bright, oh Delone High.
And welcome back. George, what are the keys to victory tonight?
Well, before the kickoff, Tony, as we look at these two teams, I'm asking myself which defense is going to show up tonight. Biglerville's averaging 210 yards rushing per game. They've got to find out. They got to find out where number 5, Aiden Hoffman, is, the running back. He's got some terrific stats. And Brandon Smith continue to have the success he's had in the first 3 games. He's rushing for 105 yards per game. So which defense is going to show up? Could it be a shootout? Both teams have had success passing the ball, line of scrimmage. Who's going to protect the passer? And we'll come back to it in a minute, Tony, after this call.
Ball's kicked out of bounds, so in high school I think that goes into 35 or 40. Becky Groff watching on TV. Buzz Clunk is tuned in there, George.
So which teams can protect their quarterback the best? That's going to be a key. Who's going to control the line of scrimmage? Turnovers are always a big key, Tony. You and I talk about that a lot. Okay, and also the kicking game. Delone's Zach's staff, Tony, is a little concerned, particularly about the kickoff coverage. It hasn't been stellar, to say the least. They don't want to give up a big play on special teams. Those are the keys.
Dalone's going to take over right at the 35 as a special team mistake by, actually giving them at the 35.
Yeah, pretty good starting position right there.
Kick it out of bounds. Squires come out, and their tight wing set slot to the left, tight wing over here to the right. Play ball in motion. Give to Smith. And he's not going anywhere. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be 2nd and 10. Actually lost a yard, 2nd down 11. Holtenstein brings the play in from the side.
Biglerville controlled the line of scrimmage there, Tony. It looked like number 52, I believe, in on that tackle.
Yeah, that was in Colt Kirchner. Give to Holtenstein. He has a little bit of room in the outside. Looks like he's going to make it up to about the 33-yard line, bring up a 3rd down and 7. Give him 4 in that carry.
Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Squires.
Clayball takes the play in. Trouble with the change or something there. The ref just blew the play in now. Tight slot this way. Motion to trips. Stalled back to throw.
Got him in the open.
Has a man out there and it's complete. 1st down. It's Clayball. Clayball into Biglerville territory at the 49-yard line.
Well, Delone ran the defender off, Tony, and he went to the flat, was wide open. Nobody came up to cover him.
But he was open right away and Staub saw him right away.
Yeah, easy pitch and catch, Tony, and a big 1st down. Moves out past the halfway mark at 49-yard line.
Give to Smith. And he's going to get maybe 1. A little tough going up the middle right now. 2nd down 9.
1 comes up 2nd and 9.
Number 59 in there, Tony. Who do you have there, 59 on your roster?
For Delone?
For Biglerville.
59, Jackson Sloan.
Yeah, I think he was the run stopper
Jackson
there.
Sloan.
Came in from his defensive end or defensive tackle position. Stuffed that play.
Stalled back to throw. Gets it out in the flat. Number 9 has it. He's got down the sideline. Let's see. They're going to mark him at the 33-yard line. That was Logan Ford.
Well, one of the keys there is Zach Staub, Tony, got the ball to him early, and he forced the defender to come up and make a tackle in the open field. He couldn't do it. He picked up an additional 10 yards by breaking that tackle. Okay.
Yeah, it was a nice throw, and he didn't have the 1st down when the tackle should have been made, but he broke it and got the 1st down to the 33.
Got him the ball early so he could do something with it.
15 yards on that pickup. Delone staying with the slot tight set. Smith finds a little more room this time, gets maybe 3, 2 or 3. Not a lot, so still up the middle. Slowed again, made that tackle.
Yeah. Jackson Sloan. He's a sophomore, Tony, 5'11", 235.
I think it's slowed. I think it's is it Sloan or slowed?
Slowed.
Okay.
Yeah.
2nd down 8. Delone's probably right now in 4-down territory, I would think. Inside counter to Clayball. He's inside the 30, maybe to the 29.
Play ball off the left side for the Squires.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Tripped up by number 4, Kyler Johnson. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Squires.
It's interesting play call here, Tony. If you pick up about 3 yards, makes it a little bit easier to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah. Back to throw, Staub over the middle. Has a man out there, overthrew number 8. That was hits. That was a tight end. Going to bring up a 4th and 5. No doubt he's going to go for it. It's a little too long for a field goal.
Looked like Zach had a little bit more time there
than what he thought.
Than what he thought. Didn't have to rush that throw. Could let that play develop just a little bit more, and would have made it a bit easier throw for him.
I think if he gets the ball out there to Hicks, it's a touchdown. I don't think there was anybody from Biglerville behind him. Let's see what they run now. Little bit. They got a bunch set over here to the right side. Three receivers. Staub's going to roll out and look. Throws it downfield too hard. Incomplete. Intended for Hicks again.
Intended for Hicks. Incomplete.
And he was under a little bit of pressure by number 9 there for Biglerville.
Landon Taylor, Tony, linebacker. He came on the blitz up the middle, and he forced a lot of pressure on Zach. He didn't have all the time that he wanted. Pretty good coverage in the secondary, too, though, by Biglerville.
Biglerville will take over at their own 29, their first offensive possession of the night. .35 yards picked up on that drive, but ended in no points for Delone.
Well, Aiden Hoffman, number 5. You want to keep your eye on him, Tony. They got a spread.
Yeah, they're spreading. Hoffman's on the one wing there. Back to throw. He's looking deep down the field. It's incomplete. Intended for number 8, McAuliffe.
Broken up by number 9, Logan Ford.
Taven McAuliffe, Tony, he's a wideout. He's a senior, and that ball was pretty well thrown there.
They took a shot right off the bat.
Yes, they did. Tried to get something deep. And he had a step on that defender.
Quarterback, remember, is left-handed, and he rolled to the left here and got it out there. Nice coverage by Delone. Now Hoffman stays in the backfield this time along with Bo Forney, the quarterback. 2nd and 10. Give to Hoffman. Oh, and he stopped maybe for a yard. Looked like he might have lost his footing a little bit when he tried to cut to the left. Now, I don't know if the Delone guy made that happen, but
Delone seemed to close very quickly on that play, Tony, at the line of scrimmage, and it was well defended. Looked like he had something initially, but Delone closed very well.
So we got a 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Forney went over and got the play. Brings it into the huddle. Hoffman again in the backfield. Remember, he can throw a pass out of the halfback position.
Davenport and J.D. Zieg man those tackle spots inside.
Back to throw. Over the middle. It's tipped. Up in the air. Falls to the ground harmlessly. I'm not sure. Let's see. That might have been 17 that got a hand on that for the Squires.
Yes, it was, Tony. Number 17, Ryan Smolin from his inside linebacker position. Linebackers inside got good drops and got a hand on that ball. Pretty good defensive series by Delone. If they can catch this, they should get.
Tyler Spadaccino will do the punting here. Back deep is that Smith? I think it is.
Yes.
So neither team gets much going. Oh, almost blocked, but nice high, deep punt. Fair catch. Caught at the 32-yard line.
Some serious hang time.
By Clayball. That was Clayball. Braden Clayball back there. The ball's going to be spotted at the 32, and that's where Delone will start their 2nd offensive possession.
Excellent punt, Tony, with excellent hang time.
Yeah, he had to get that up in the air. If he tried to flatten that out any, we'd have had that.
Yep.
Delone almost had it blocked. So let's see what Delone can do in their 2nd offensive possession here with 7:16 left here in the 1st quarter. Stalled back to throw. Gets it out quick. I'm not sure who he was throwing to that time.
Pass falls incomplete.
Ball falls harmlessly to the ground. Looks like Nate Smith maybe was the intended receiver.
Turning in the early going, number 52, Zollinger, and number 59, Jackson Slode, seem to be having their way right now, creating havoc in the middle and getting penetration. Dalone's got to do a better job of finding those guys and slowing them down a little bit.
Trips over to the left side. Draw play. Smith breaks it up the middle. Good yardage up to about the 37-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and a long 4 here for the Squires.
They're pretty good blocking at the point of attack with a double team by the center and the guard, Tony, and got some push for the first time that I saw. Got some push on that defensive line.
Holtenstein taking the play in.
It does look, though, Tony, at times that Zach Staub has room to run on that on the corner.
Yeah, he just looks like he's rushing these passes a little bit tonight to me too. But they go back to the slot tight wing set. Staub back, looks. He takes off, and he's going to have the first down. Good decision that time. Get up to the 44-yard line.
Good decision there, Tony. He's a good athlete. He plays a lot of sports. He can run the ball. I like to see him tuck it down a little bit and run a little bit more. That was a good decision on his part.
It sort of opened up on the left side over there, and right after he couldn't, Biglerville took away the slant that he wanted to throw, and the left side opened up, and he took off and got enough for the first down up over the 44-yard line. Another quick throw. Ball's incomplete.
It's a risky throw there, Tony. It looks like Biglerville saw something maybe, and they really were in good position to defend that play.
And it just wasn't a good throw. It was a
lot of air under.
It floated it, yeah.
A lot of air under. You're right.
You're going to throw that, you want to zip it out there.
Yeah.
So we got 2nd and 10.
Or sometimes you see that receiver turn, Tony, he will curl back towards the quarterback to make it a shorter throw. He threw that almost to the sideline.
Yeah, and they sat on that route too. Holtenstein goes in motion. Give to Smith, and he's not going anywhere, maybe a yard.
Well, so far, Tony, I've got to say that the interior defense of the Canners is winning the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
There's a 3rd and 9.
Play ball going to take the play in here. 3rd down 9. Ball at the 45-yard line. And we're under 5:25 here left in the first quarter.
Looks like Kyler Johnson, number 4 for Biglerville. He's a senior linebacker. He's very active in the middle right now.
Staub fakes, rolls out. Has a man downfield. Nice play by number 2, Spadaccino. Locked that down. That wouldn't have been a first down anyway, I don't think.
No, it wouldn't have.
Dalone's going to have to punt her away again. And Hoffman and number 8 going back deep. That's McAuliffe and Hoffman both back deep.
Smith in the punt for the Squires. Hoffman and McAuliffe back deep for the Canners.
Well, we talk about the kicking game, and Delone has to cover punts and kicks better than what they have been.
Low rolling kick.
That's very effective.
It's going to be knocked down at the 23-yard line. That's where Biglerville's going to run their second offensive set. At the 23.
You won't get a lot of style points on that punt, but it was very effective.
Yeah, 33-yard punt with no return.
Yep.
First down, Canners at the 23-yard line.
So let's see what the Canners open up with here, starting their second offensive drive. They were 3 and out the first time they had the ball. Again, Hoffman in the backfield. Back there with Forney. Ball given to Hoffman. And he's corralled after about a pickup of 1, maybe 1.5.
Caden Hicks, I think Tony had the first hit, I believe.
Give him 2 on that, 2nd down 8.
From his defensive end position, well defended by Delone. And as we said, Jamie Aquino in there getting the start at right defensive end.
Yeah, a couple changes in there. Tight wing, Hoffman in the backfield. Double wing, actually. Give the Hoffman with double wing in there. He has a little more room this time up to about the 34-yard line. And they're going to need 4 more yards for a first down. 3rd and 4.
Davenport with the first hit, Tony, but the middle of that defense came quickly to close.
Helped out a little bit. Third and 4. They need to get up to the 33-yard line for their first down. They're on the 29 right now. Spread out. Back to throw. He's under a little bit of pressure here now. And he's going to have the first down, and he's nailed out of bounds there.
Knocked out of bounds by number 22, Braden Smith.
Right on the stick, but it's going to be a first down.
That'll be a Canner first down.
Well, good scramble, Tony. He's a good athlete. Bo Forney, he's a senior, 5'11", 160. The quarterback runs this offense. You can see he's got quick feet, took off running. Delone did not keep their containment. Result, first down Canners.
Yep, he got 5 yards. He needed 4. Up to the 34-yard line. First and 10 for Biglerville. Clock stopped now with 3:29 left here in the first quarter.
Pretty good coverage in the secondary. Forney had time to look it over, but it looked like everybody was covered. Good play by Forney, taking off and picking up the first down.
Quick to Hoffman, pitch to Hoffman this time. He finds a little more yard. We got a flag. It might be a hold.
Yeah, a couple of them came in pretty. Yep, they got a hold. Preliminary signal.
Holding against Biglerville, thrown right away. That's going to mark him back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, I believe.
Flags thrown by 2 officials.
Yeah,
Holding on the Canner.
It's going to mark him back to the 24-yard line and bring up a first down and 20. And then flags went in there early on a sweep like that. It was a pitch to Hoffman.
And generally, Tony, we couldn't see it from here, but my guess is somebody on the end probably was holding to try to get him to the corner.
First and 20.
So now it looks like they spread it a little bit.
Yeah, they went double slot. Hoffman alone back there with Forney. Back to throw, quick out, complete. And they're going to pick up most of that penalty back. Got 8 of it, second down and 12.
Well, good play call there, Tony. That, you know, they've got 3 downs to get the first down. They pick up probably 8 or 9 yards right there.
Yeah, they made it up to the 32-yard line. And they had their inside man up and their outside man back that time. Sort of a reverse slot. And this time they do the same thing on the right side and trips empty backfield for Forney. Gets the ball back to throw. Coming outside, the ball, nice catch out here at about the 37-yard line. Going to bring up a third down and 6.
Great throw, Tony. Forney threw that before the man was even in his break. He threw it to that spot, and a great catch, as you said. Makes it a more manageable third down and 8.
Yeah, they're going to call it 8. I thought he had him up here a little bit further, but the linesman's marking him at the 37-yard line. They got to get up here to the 44. A little bit past the 44. So third down. Clock running. We're under a minute 45.
Well, we read a lot about this Canner rushing attack. What we're seeing is their passing offense right now, Tony.
Yeah, Hoffman alone in the backfield. Hoffman's going out for a pass on the flat. He falls long pass. Oh, it's overthrown. Trying to get it out there to number 6. And that's Noah Fulton.
Well, the Canner going to...
I think Hoffman slipped coming out of the backfield there and never got out to this pattern.
He did, Tony. He slipped in the backfield, so that eliminated him. And pretty good coverage on the other 3 people downfield. The only place he could throw it was just basically over his head to get it out of his hands.
Still no score, and for the second time, we're going to see a punt by Biglerville. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Well, Delone's had the better of the field position, but neither offense has really been able to do too much.
No. Another high spinning punt. And another fair catch at the 23-yard line by Clayball. He almost got a fair catch at you. I mean,
yeah.
You really can't look up and see who's coming after him.
Yeah, puts a...
Delone will take over at the 23-yard line here on the right hash.
Gets a lot of hang time with that punt.
Actually, they're marking it at the 24, so it'll be first and 10 there.
So in that exchange, I give Biglerville the edge in picking up a little bit.
Well, they've been slowly moving this field position.
Yes, they have. And that's the result of the punting game.
Yeah. Squires come out here. trips over to the left side, I'm sorry, single receiver over here to the empty backfield. Staub throws it out quick to Ford. He breaks it up to about the 29-yard line.
Pass complete to number 9, Ford. Brought down number 5, Aiden Hoffman.
See where they mark it over there. It's far side. It's either the 29 or 28.
You can give him 5 yards, Tony. That's a pretty good pickup right there. And he did a lot of that on his own. Okay, he didn't try to go left or right. He got upfield as quick as he could and got pretty good yardage, 4 yards at least.
Yeah, they gave him 4. Now that's a high pass for that many yards. Smith again, and he's not. Oh, on his own, he gets out of the backfield, almost gets the first down, right up here to the 34-yard line, and that might be a first down. They're giving it to him.
Well, he did that, Tony. He did most of that on his own. It looked like Biglerville had initial contact.
My call was he was down.
Yeah, initial contact at the line of scrimmage, and he broke that tackle and very shifty on the inside there. Somehow found his way for a first down.
25 seconds left here in the first quarter, no score. Squires again spread it out, single back. Staub rolling out, gets it out here, complete again. And that's again Ford, I think.
Knocked out of bounds by Aiden Hoffman.
And Ford's marked at the 42-yard line, so give him 7 more.
Well, it looks like Delone's going to challenge these linebackers to get to the flat to cover that pass, Tony. You'll see. It's interesting to see what kind of adjustments the defense of the Canners will make. Delone has come back to that play several times with success.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score 0-0. We'll try to get some scores from other games up here for you as soon as we can.
Our senior kicker Nolan Cruz has dedicated his senior season to fighting childhood cancer.
Right now we have a nothing score here.
You can help Nolan reach his goal of $2,500 by making a flat donation or by pledging an amount of choice for each point after touchdown or field goal that he makes this season.
Try to get the scores from other games up there.
At alexslemonade.org/2024/kicking-childhood-cancer.
You complete enough of those passes to the flat there like that, you're going to loosen those linebackers up, and it should help you in your running game a little bit. Okay. Be interesting to see what adjustments the Canners make on defense.
Getting ready to start the second quarter here. Delone has a second down and short at their own 42-yard line. To the line of scrimmage, trips again this way. There's a handoff to Smith. He has the first down, a little more room that time up to the 49-yard line. 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Tony, almost back to midfield, but as I often heard you say in high school football, it's hard to drive the ball 80 yards on the field.
Without making a mistake. As a defensive coordinator, I always like to give the other team only 8 plays, because after 8 plays, stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
Either a flag or the ball's in the ground or
a penalty.
Yes.
But so far, Delone has been very efficient with this series.
And they're using that trips bunch set pretty well.
Inside counter.
Oh,
one man not blocked it.
One man not, yeah. Hohenstein still picked up 3 yards on his own. And that Biglerville player, number 9 out there, made a heck of a play. Landon Taylor.
Yeah, he's a linebacker, Tony, 5'10", 190. He's one of the linebackers.
And put the
If he doesn't make that tackle where he has the initial contact, that play's a big gainer.
Big gainer, yeah. Nice play by that Biglerville kid there.
Landon Taylor, senior.
Delone back to their tight wing set. Stalled back to throw. Has a man deep, going deep, and it's great coverage. Tried to get it to number 8, Chris Cole, but the good coverage by Biglerville.
Looked like we had 2 receivers coming together there at the same point of where the pass was coming down, Tony. I didn't like to see that. 2 receivers in the same area, bringing 2 defenders with them.
Actually, the Biglerville guys had a better shot at catching that than Chris Cole.
Yep.
Squires back up to the line of scrimmage. Trips over there to the right side. A slant pattern, nice grab. Oh, and Cole breaks down the sideline. 20, He's going to go all the way. Great play by Chris Cole. First of all, catching the ball and then getting the speed set because the kid from Biglerville tried to take it away from him.
Yeah, 3 things there, Tony. Number 1, he gathered himself and fought for the ball and caught the ball with contact, turned, gathered himself, and sprinted to the end zone. Sprinting to the end zone, out-racing the Biglerville defender. Chris Cole showing some speed on that play.
49-yard pass from Staub to Cole. Cruz will attempt the extra point. That was a great play by Chris Cole that time.
Loved the way he gathered himself, Tony, after he caught the ball, turned, sprinted to the sideline, and outran the defender.
And Delone's going to get penalized for having too many guys in the field.
Yep.
So it's going to make that extra point a little longer now.
What is that, Tony? Technically illegal participation?
Illegal participation, yeah. You can't break the huddle with that many players.
Yep.
So it's 6-0. Cruz will try to put it to 7-0. 10:41 left here. And, you know, the play by Cole, not only catching the ball, but then fighting to keep control because the Biglerville guy had almost as much of it as he did.
Yep.
And then used his speed to get down the sideline 49 yards for the score.
It was a foot race, and he won it.
Cruz has to make a little longer extra point here. Snaps back, it kicks up, and it don't really matter to him as he knuckles it through there to make it 7-0.
And Cruz's kick is good. So with 10:41 left in the second, your score, Delone Catholic 7, Biglerville 0.
Well, it looked like an initial slant pattern, Tony, didn't it? A quick in.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a little thrown a little behind him.
Yeah, they're looking to get the first down, right?
Yeah.
And it was just a little bit behind him. Well defended. Defender didn't make the tackle. He gathers himself, outraces the defender to the end zone.
And what we'll try to do here is get some scores up here if we can.
Yep.
Oh, we don't have any scores yet. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Luke.
And the way technology involves, maybe in 2 or 3 years, we'll have instant replay up there.
So it's 7-0 here, the Squires, and we'll have Cruz kick off. And this is going to be see what Coach Zortman does with the kickoff because we haven't been covering kicks all that well.
Yep, it's been a question mark for Delone to say the least. They've been disappointed in the kickoff coverage.
And they got let's see, number 8 back there deep. It looks like. Travis McAuliffe back deep.
He's a wide receiver, Tony. He's explosive. And 6 foot 170, wide receiver.
Back up to the line of scrimmage.
And I'm anticipating Biglerville thinks they're going to squib it also.
Well, that's what it sort of looks like out there.
With a lot of, they've got 5 guys in the middle of the field there. Within 16 yards of each other.
Cruz approaches the ball, and he does squib it down the middle here. Picked up by one of the upbacks, number 4. And he's going to be down at the 36-yard line, so almost like kicking it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Biglerville gets it up here at the 36-yard line where they're going to start their
the trade-off there, Tony.
Possession.
Most times you take away the big play. The
but
negative,
you give up field position.
The negative is you give up field position. You're right. But it is what it is.
First and 10, Canners at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line, first and 10. 10:36 left here in the first half. 7-0 Squires on a pass from Staub to Chris Cole. Let's see what Biglerville dials up here. They're going to go with trips to one side, a single receiver over here to the right. Hoffman in the backfield, along with Forney. Hoffman changes directions in the backfield.
He broke some tackles, Tony.
He broke some tackles down the sideline. I thought he fumbled, but that must have been a mouthpiece or something that went flying out.
It looked like a fumble from up here. Caden Hicks with the first initial contact couldn't wrap him up, and I thought he really busted up the play, but he broke some tackles, got to the sideline, and picked up 6 yards.
Yeah. Was that Hoffman that originally? I guess it was Hoffman. I thought maybe he handed off to somebody else or the ball was popped in the air and somebody else picked it up.
Well, Delone had good penetration. They did everything but tackle the ball carrier.
Second down and call it 4.
Conrad McAuliffe come this way.
And again, this slot has the man up here, inside man up, the outside man back. Back to throw. Throwing it across the middle. It's picked off. I think that's Clayball. One-handed pickoff out there.
Braden Clayball, Tony. Braden Clayball Sr. from his defensive end position, I believe, Tony.
Okay. I think that was play ball that picked that ball off. Unless we're giving the play ball looks like
inside linebacker position.
Yeah,
inside linebacker position. He made a nice drop and picked it off. Looked like the receiver was open and it was underthrown.
And in one-handed pickoff, he controlled it with one hand.
Yeah, great catch.
Tucked it under and returned it to the 25-yard line where the Squires will take over with 10-15.
Well, two positives there, Tony. We got the turnover and we got great field position. Let's see what Delone can do with it.
Trips to the right. Single receiver over here to the left. Staub gives it to Smith.
Oh, he got a hole, Tony. He got a hole. Broke a tackle.
Sideline. Biggest run for Smith all night. Going to pick up a first down inside the 15-yard line.
That was the best offensive surge that offensive line has had tonight, opening up a big hole on that right side.
Remember that, according to our stats, that's Biglerville's first turnover of the year.
That is true. Yes. That looked like Jamie Aquino and Zeke Vandergrift on that right side, opening that up.
Squires have it at the 13-yard line. Give right back to Smith.
Up the middle.
Big hole. He falls down around the 5. They're going to mark him at the 6. And it's going to be second down and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Tony, I'm becoming more and more impressed by Brandon Smith's running style. Did you see how he hit that hole and stayed low?
Everything was going forward.
Everything going forward. You're absolutely right. That's a hard run and a good pickup.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. I'll try to get to my Texas here. Second down 3, they're calling it. Looks like, is that Holtenstein? And he's going to take it into the end zone in a 6-yard run. Touchdown, Squires. Holtenstein with 9:07 left here in the second quarter.
Levi Holtenstein, Tony, just simply outran the containment on this side and snuck into the end zone for a touchdown. Delone taking the turnover and taking it down to with a short field, picks up 6 points.
13-0.
Behind the running of Braden Smith and Levi Holtenstein doing the rest, finding the end zone.
Cruz will try to keep us on the 7s here. 13-0 right now. Low snap, nice recovery.
Yeah, got
it down and got it in. 14-0. Kick was good.
Tony, nothing real fancy there on that touchdown. It just looked like initially the Canners had the containment they needed, but Hohenstein just outran the defense into the corner of the end zone.
Well, 4 plays in the ground, that certainly was a lot better than before, and they just took it in.
Yep.
Make it 14-0. Now Delone again has to kick off. Let's see how they do it here.
No.
So the first turnover of the season for the Canners leads to 7 points for the Squires.
If this is going to be a pretty consistent thing that Dalone's going to do, they might want to try practicing their pooch kicks down to an open area and try to find a dead ball laying on the ground that might help them.
Now that the Biglerville Canners are up, you might see Cruz try to hammer one here. I don't know, but is that number 8?
But we can see a lot of territory, Tony, between the 30 and the 10-yard line back here.
Yeah.
That he could just kick it dead to that spot.
And if it goes out of bounds, you get it to 35 anyway.
Right. You know, if they're going to line up that way, that's what I would try and do. Kick it to that spot.
Nolan Cruz will attempt to kick here. Again, he put it on the ground. Hops about the 25-yard line, picked up. And they're only going to get back to maybe the 33 this time. Where Biglerville will take over. And
Gavin Altoff on the return.
That was Altoff on the return.
Chase Martin.
Altoff, number 23, had that. Chase Martin on the tackle, ball on the 32-yard line, 8:56 left here before half.
Lots of time in the game, Tony. No need for Biglerville to get away from their offensive game plan. They need to get the ball in the hands of the people who brought them here, one of them being Aiden Hoffman, number 5.
Yeah. Remember, he can throw the ball from his halfback position. Back to throw. Hoffman out here in the flat. He's finally got it out And he gets around, and a nice tackle by number 26, play ball, 3 yards, and that could have been big.
That could have been big. Yep.
And you're right, they tried to get it to Hoffman on the wing.
That's an outstanding play in the open field. That's a great open field tackle, because if he doesn't make it, he's got a first down and extra yardage and one man to beat.
Second down, 7, clock running. Defensive coordinator Dave Staub said they have to keep people inside the tackle boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Biglerville wants to get outside. Pitch.
He's got the corner.
Hoffman has a little bit of room to run now. He has the first down, and he's pushed out of bounds up here around the 44-yard line. Good blocking on the exterior there by Biglerville.
Delone's contained man, Tony, got caught inside, got blocked down inside, gave up the corner, gave up the containment. First down, Biglerville Canners.
He got his outside shoulder inside the block.
Yes.
You can't have that.
Nope.
And
his inside shoulder has to be on the outside shoulder of that offensive man.
And that's a great play by the Biglerville blocker there.
Yep.
Making sure that happened. Biglerville has trips over here to the right side. Single receiver left. Hoffman back there with Forney in the backfield. Back to throw. Going to try to take a fade down the sideline. It's caught, and it's going to go for a touchdown unless he was out of bounds, and he wasn't. So it's a touchdown to number 2. Spadaccino caught the ball.
Spadaccino, Tony, he had 2 passing TDs, receptions on the year. That's his 3rd catch for a touchdown this year. You can see he was stretching it out, and that ball was beautifully thrown over the shoulder catch and just outran the defender to the end zone.
That was like a 51-yard pass from Forney. So it's 14-6. And it looks like number 32 will try to make the point after. Tyler Wolf. So Biglerville right back in this. Snaps down, the kick's up. It's good.
And the kick is good, so it's 7:49 left in the second. Your score, Delone Catholic 14.
So this is more like what we were expecting, a little bit more scores. It's 14-7.
Well, they picked up a crucial first down, Tony, and they took a shot. They put him out there and told him to basically take off, run, and do a sprint pattern. He did. That ball was beautifully thrown over the shoulder catch. And it looked almost as if he was out of bounds for a moment from over here, but not the case.
Out of town scores, Dallastown leads Southwestern 7-0. Westrick over Suburban 14-0. No score up Bermudian and Fairfield. The only other score we got is New Oxford 24, Dover 6, and everything else is no score. Thanks, Luke.
Athletic Association and Notre Dame Club of Gettysburg tickets down by the concession stand.
Sisters listening down in Florida, George. Hello, Chichi.
25th, first prize $500, second prize $250, third prize $100. Again, tickets on sale by the concession.
I didn't know if he stayed in bounds over Spadaccino or not when he got over there.
Yeah.
Spadaccino, I'm sorry. And so Biglerville's going to kick off. They're going to try it right here from the...
Smith and Cole back deep for the Squires.
Where are they going to place this? They're going to place it here on the right hash.
McCullough kicking off for the Canners.
Now, McCullough doing the kicking. Did he kick off early?
Not quite sure.
Approaches the ball. Little pooch kick. Picked up nicely by Clayball. And he got a good heads-up play by Clayball, getting up here to the 43-yard line.
Yep, good field position.
By number 55, Jaden Jackson.
Apparently they don't want to kick it to Smith.
Took a pretty good shot there, but he's up. He's walking around. He's okay.
See where they mark it? They're going to mark it back here at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Squires at the 44-yard line.
Well, they don't have the chains set right. They're going to have to reset those chains.
Yeah,
they got it.
There they got it.
Squires using that trips formation. Pitch to Smith. He's going to try to get around. We got a flag early in there. That's blocking the back or something out there. Thrown really quick. Hold against Delone. going to send the Squires back 10 yards.
Tony, I was really impressed there with number 6, Noah Fulton, senior inside linebacker, coming up from the inside and running down the back and making a good tackle there for no gain.
Holding.
On top of that, Delone has holding, so now it's going to be 1st and 20.
1st and 20 from the 34-yard line now. 7:39 left here in the first half. Squires up 7, 14-7.
But Noah Fulton showing some really good quickness from his inside linebacker position, writing that down.
Play ball across the motion. Stalled back to throw.
Got him on the flat again.
When he got him out there. He's down the sideline. He picked up the penalty yardage and about 4 more after that.
Well, Delone's found something there, Tony, and Biglerville has yet to adjust to it, okay? Looks like they're flooding that area with 3 receivers.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to pick up if Biglerville's playing man-to-man in the secondary or zone, because I don't think anybody went across with Clayball when he went in motion that time. 7:11 left here. Clayball picked up 14 yards, bringing up a 2nd down and 6.
Much more manageable to get this 1st down.
Stahl brings him out of the huddle. And Delone likes this trip set all of a sudden. Cross the motion. Holtenstein has it. Nice cut. He's going to have the 1st down.
Hohenstein around the left side for the
Hohenstein up over the 45-yard line of Biglerville, 1st and 10.
Tony, you called it. Nice cut. If he continues to run wide, Biglerville's going to run that play down. He then cut it up and got the 1st down. Excellent run by him.
Yeah, good, get what they're giving you.
Yeah.
And then don't always look for that home run because it's not always there.
Try to get the 4, 5, and 6-yard gainer before you get to 15 or 20. Excellent run, cutting it upfield.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stahl with a quick pass. Receiver eludes a couple. Logan Ford gets about 3 yards and when he shouldn't have had any of them.
Yeah, he made some people miss. There's no doubt about it. Didn't look like there was a lot there, but it looked like he got, 3 yards?
I'm going to give him 3 here. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Holstein back in the game.
And if you're Delone here, Tony, you really want to bleed this clock, take it down and get a score.
Yeah, because they get the ball coming out. Get something here. If you can't get anything, take a lot of time off the clock. Trips this way this time. Motion goes Smith. It gives to Smith. He finds a little bit of room.
Smith off the right side.
And I believe he has the 1st down over there. It's on the other side of the field. We'll have to see where they mark it. But yep, they're going to move the chains.
They're moving the chains.
On the tackle, but not after the Squire.
And Smith's starting to get a little more running room now.
Yeah, he's starting to field a little bit, Tony. But good job by Delone. They were in a hole there, 1st and 20. They pick up that 1st down. That was big.
Clayball going to take the play in.
And some good work over there again on the right side. Jamie Aquino over there for Zeke Vandergrift on that right side.
Well, Delone's found something with this trip set they're using now. We haven't seen a lot now. They're going back to the regular tight wing set here. Play ball. Oh, was that offside? Smith breaks it up over the 35-yard line. Gets maybe 3 yards. I thought there might have been offsides that time.
Well, the defender hit the gap real quick. J.D. Zig knocked him inside. The ball carrier ran off his hip, and the canners closed really quick.
We'll give it 2nd and 8 here. Give him 2 yards on that. Ball laying right at the 32-yard line. We're under 5 minutes left here before half. 14-7 Squires.
And you got to ask yourself again, Tony, is Delone going to work that flat area again with a rollout pass?
Looks like a throwback. Has Smith out there. He got it. Touchdown. A fake to Smith across the middle. And the old Waggle throwback off the wing tee. And Smith was there and Stahl bladed up just enough that Smith could run under it and get into the end zone.
And Zach Stahl didn't give it away too early either, did he?
No, Zach Stahl did not give it away. At the last minute, he turned and saw the guy running down the sideline.
Exactly. At the last minute, he turned and threw it and put air under it.
4:40 here in the second quarter. All the scoring so far in the second quarter.
Zach putting air under that ball. Beautifully thrown. And a great response by Delone Catholic coming back and scoring.
In to attempt the extra point.
Well, we're seeing some fireworks now, Tony. This is kind of what we expect from these two offenses.
Cruz will try to keep it on the sevens here. 4:40 left. Good snap. Oh, the snap not good. Snap was low the last time. This time it was low and they couldn't handle it, so the kick is no good. So it's going to stay 20-7.
Yep.
This point is no good. So your score is 4:40 left in the second. Delone Catholic 20.
4:40 left here in the second. Squires up 20-7. And like we said, no scoring in the first half, and all of a sudden 27 points here in the second quarter.
That was Smith out of the backfield.
Smith out of the backfield, yeah.
And the inside linebacker
went this way and took it.
And the linebacker had to run with him and couldn't keep up with him. Zach did a nice job putting the air into the ball.
Staub rolled to the right. Smith came out of the backfield down the left on a throwback and ran a little wheel route and
beat the
put it right there.
Yep.
Okay, we got an update here. Dallastown 10, Southwestern 7. West York still 14-0. The only other score we have other than 0-0 is New Oxford leading Dover 24-6. Thanks, Luke.
$250. Third prize $100.
Norton has it in the middle of the field here. See what he does with this kick.
Tony, I'm going to say it again, okay? I really like this area down here from the 30-yard line to the 10, putting the ball down in that spot. Almost like my wedge shot. Just kill it right there.
Who's approaches? Oh, and it's going to be a big... Biglerville has it at the 45. It was covered at the 40 by one of the up guys. 56 maybe? Is that who got that?
Might have been Tony.
I'm going to say Mason Bishop.
Yeah, he's a junior, 5'9".
So they're going to have...
Offensive lineman, he didn't get a chance to carry the ball too many times.
They're going to have great field position here at the 45-yard line. Their own 45. Let's see what Biglerville does here. They had a two-step drop fade for a touchdown just a minute ago. Tough to get any pressure on the quarterback when he only takes 2 steps and lets it go.
He's going to take it and run with it.
Forney's going to try to get a couple yards, and he's going to get maybe 5 right up to midfield.
Yep.
For his drop, and there's a flag, late flag.
Logan Ford came up and made a good tackle. But
sideline warning against Delone.
Okay. Good pickup. Quarterback putting pressure on that corner. Delone's containment there. Took off and ran with it.
I thought it was going to be like an option to Hoffman, but Forney ran that right from the start.
Yep. At the 50-yard line.
Ball right on midfield. Clock running. Trips over to the left side. Single receiver right. Hoffman back in the backfield along with Forney.
Spadacino, Tony, way out to the left side.
No deep help either.
Delone in press coverage.
Back. Looks like he's going to run the same flop pattern. Has it out there. Now, was it called or not?
No, incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 5. They like that matchup.
They do. Tony, that was he had a step on Nate Smith. Okay. I think it was number 2 out there for Delone.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is Nate Smith out there.
Yeah.
Is that Smith or is that...
or was it 12?
3rd's on this side. Is that Cole over there? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the numbers. We don't have a spotter here. But as Georgia is... Biglerville in 4-down territory.
I don't think so, Tony. I think it would be a mistake for them not to punt the ball. Let's see what happens on this play. They're in this game. They're still in this game.
Trips left.
Delone pressure off the corner.
Give to Hoffman. He's got the corner. He's got a little bit of room down the sideline. He's going to run out of bounds over at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Biglerville.
Tony Aiden Hoffman Jr., the running back, we talked about him. You could see he outran the containment over there and ran out of bounds, stopping the clock with 3:30.
Timeout Delone with 3:30 left here, 20-7. And what they did that time, they overloaded. They went trips, but they brought the 2 inside guys into the line of scrimmage almost and just powered it past them there.
Timeout Delone here. Might be a good timeout for them. Kind of gather that defense together and talk about some things.
Well, there's a lot of guys going both ways for both teams, so that's Delone's first timeout. Biglerville still has 3 left. 3:30 left here. Biglerville driving.
Help Nolan reach his goal of $2,500 by making a flat donation or by pledging an amount of your choice for each point at the touchdown or field goal that he makes this season. To contribute, you can either visit his personal page at alexslemonade.org/2024/kicking-childhood-cancer to donate by credit card or check or scan the QR code on the posters located at the admission concession stand.
Well, Forney in the shotgun with Huffman back there with him, Tony.
Double slots. Back to throw. Has a man across the middle. Oh, he runs into the rep, but I think he was having a little trouble holding the ball up until that time anyway. Incomplete.
Well, that ball was put on the money. And he might have been able to regather that
if not for the ref.
If he doesn't hit with the official. Now, he didn't have control initially, but it looked like he was going to pull it in. And he ran in and contacted the official who's part of the field. That ball was put on the money. Good throw. Right now, Tony,
2nd and 10.
We're seeing these receivers of Biglerville getting a step on Delone's secondary.
And they're playing press to the inside, the outside guys. Long time in the huddle here for the Canners. Again, trips to the left.
It might be too much time here.
Hold on. Back judge hasn't had his hand up yet. Motion, across, back to throw. Under a little bit of pressure now, but he got loose. Forney's loose again and gets maybe 4 yards in a scramble.
Well, Delone a better job that time in the secondary covering the receivers, and Forney making a good decision to pull it down.
3rd and 6.
Picking up some yards. He's picked up 4 yards.
3rd down 6.
Now, Tony, they are in 4 down territory.
Yeah, I would believe, Both offenses waking up a little bit here, starting to move the ball. Big 3rd down, I think, for Delone. They are taking their time, though.
Yeah, they are.
When he gets it back to throw, looks across the middle, has a man deep, way too far. Incomplete.
Real good coverage by
Biglerville wanted interference, but I don't think so.
Logan Ford in good position, Tony. Had great position, good coverage.
Brings up 4th and 6.
4th and 6, and now a huge 4th down with the clock stopped here for the Squires, and Biglerville's certainly going to go for it. Forney has the play already. He's into the huddle. And you would think you'd have to put it in him or Hoffman's hand here, or Spadacinco.
Well, he might look for one of his wideouts doing an in pattern, Tony. Maybe a slant in. Well, they're not set up for that right now.
Trips this way, but nobody's really wide. Maybe a quick out to that side. Back to throw.
Hoffman on the wing.
Across the middle. Oh! Number 6 had it and couldn't bring it back.
Noah Fulton, Tony, wide receiver doing a crossing pattern. He catches that. He's got the 1st down.
Yep. He catches that. He's gone. I don't think there was anybody else out there behind him.
Yep.
So Delone does hold and takes over here with 2:09 and 2 timeouts.
More like dodges a bullet, I would say. But 2:09 left. Time for Delone to go down here and maybe get a field goal, Tony.
Get something. First play of these drives are usually crucial. Biglerville has all 3 timeouts left.
Number 14, Levi McLeaf coming in as a cornerback.
Staub out, looks downfield.
He's got nothing.
There's a little bit of room to run. A lot of room over here. He's at the 40, the 45, in the midfield, 45. Good job. And there's a flag down out there too. I think it was a late hit.
Well, he's 4 yards out of bounds, and he shoved him. And you don't want a kid being shoved into the chain fence. Okay, he didn't end up in the chain fence, but there was no need. He was clearly out of bounds. Official threw the flag.
Ball on the 40-yard line. So I think Delone's going to get 15 added.
Well, all the receivers went that way, Tony. There was no defense on this side of the field. Once he got by the line of scrimmage, he took off and ran. And smart decision getting out of bounds, obviously.
1st and 10 Squires from the 25-yard line.
So we've been waiting for that big run from Staub for a while, and he has 2 tonight.
Yes, he has.
So Delone's down in scoring position now. Cruz probably in his range now with a good snap. Staub looking out.
Doesn't have anything right now. Still looking.
Across the middle. Throws, finds Caden Hicks. And Hicks gets down to the 5-yard line.
Key to that play, Tony. Zach Staub not rushing it, taking his time, scan the field, and found Caden Hicks.
Great throw.
Okay, because everybody was covered initially.
Zach Corey has 33 rushing.
Great play by Staub that time. Hicks finding the open spot in the zone also. My guess is you get a steady diet of Smith here. There's Smith, and he's down to the 5.
On the carry.
Gives him 2 more. The clock's going to keep running.
Zach Staub has 33 yards rushing so far. That was a big...
33 yards rushing for Zach Staub all of a sudden.
Yep.
And what do we got here? We got a timeout, Biglerville. They want to keep some time on the clock here, I would think, if they get the ball back.
Well, 2nd and 5 is a good position to be in.
Caden Hicks did a nice job finding the open spot in that zone. He just kept moving. They didn't just run his pattern and stop. He came back over the middle, and Staub found him, being very patient in there. Biglerville does get the ball on the way out here to start the second half.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. The key to that play was Zach Staub taking his time, scanning the field, and he found Caden Hicks there, who kept working to find an open spot.
Coach Zortman gave him the play. The ball's right at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5. Smith in the backfield. It's a double slot set for the Squires. Staub rolling out. Being rushed. Oh, and he falls down. Back at the 15-yard line. He lost his footing.
Staub slips down to the backfield.
Going to try to throw it into the left corner here, and Staub tried to get his shoulders squared and went down.
Well, it looked like they were trying to fool Biglerville there, catch him off guard, but Biglerville defended well.
I think the Canners called another timeout.
Yep.
Timeout on the field.
Looked like there wasn't anything there, Tony. Sometimes just throw the ball away, and you still have 3rd and 5.
Yeah. That might have been what he wanted to do, but when he lost his footing trying to get back to the right, he was lucky just to hold onto the ball.
Yep.
At that time. Danny, we got any updates on the scores? Well, thank you, Luke.
Well, you're still in the field goal kicker's range here, Tony. What you don't want to do is rush anything or turn the ball over.
Yeah, I'd rather put 101 back in the clock also. They put some seconds back in the clock. But who called that timeout? They didn't take it away from anybody. Staub has a lot of room to, he throws it into the end zone. Touchdown! Again, a great play by Staub finding Chris Cole out there. Cole broke off his route over the middle and came back to the left corner.
Perfect example, Tony. Perfect example of a receiver breaking off his route, as you just said, and moving with his quarterback, giving him an option. You know, Zach Stahl didn't have a lot on that throw as he was being pressured, okay, and running to his left, but just enough to get it to the receiver before the defender could close.
So we're going to go for 2 here. It looks like they are to get back in the 7s.
You like the 7s, don't you, Tony?
I do, but I don't like chasing points early, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens here. I know our cameraman loves the 7s. Stahl rolls back in the corner of the end zone. Caught by play ball. Wow. 2-point conversion makes it 28-7.
Looked like Zach Stahl just snuck that one in there. It looked like it was pretty well defended.
Got some scores here. Dallastown 17, Southwest 7. West York 14, Suburban nothing. No score from Fairfield and Big Bermudian, Susquehannock and Red Lion. Littlestown and York Catholic. Central York all over Spring Grove 22-0. New Oxford still leading Dover 24-6 and Trinity leading Susquehanna 21-0. So the 2-point pass caught by Clayball makes it 28-7 with 53 seconds left here before halftime in what has become now a long half.
Wow.
No scoring in the first quarter, 35 points scored here in the second quarter.
Go back to the last possession of Biglerville, Tony, that 4th down play, that crossing pattern that was dropped. Definitely they would have had the first down, maybe even ran that into the end zone. Delone takes over and goes down and scores. Big piece of momentum right there.
Number 23 back deep for Biglerville. Let's see if 28-7 is enough to boot this ball deep now. You don't want to give him decent field position here, you wouldn't think. Cruz attracts the ball. And he nails this one. And it's going to go into the end zone.
Yeah. He's been waiting. He's been waiting to unleash that leg. He got his chance. He knocked it back to the 2-yard line and goes into the end zone.
Biglerville takes over at the 20-yard line. So the scoreboard shows him with 2 timeouts. I only have him with 1.
Yeah, good job by Nolan Krause. He's a senior. He's our kicker. 5'10", 180.
So I think Biglerville only has 1 timeout. They used the other one down there when Delone had the ball.
And I'd expect for Delone to be more in a zone here, Tony, than the secondary and not in press coverage.
Timeout Delone, I think that's what they're going to talk about now.
I think so. I think they're going to talk about what defense they want to be in, and I think they're going to get out of that press coverage with 53 seconds to go.
The scoreboard still has Biglerville with 2 timeouts and Delone with 1, but I think Biglerville used their other one also.
For helping to guarantee stadium security this evening. Last chance to get your tickets, Delone Catholic Athletic Association, Notre Dame Club of Gettysburg, down by the concession stand. First prize $500.
George will be back here next week for the Delone Catholic versus Bermudian Springs game. Bermudian Springs is up at Fairfield tonight. We didn't get a score on that yet. That'll be another big contest for the Squires. Bermudian did beat Susquehanna 21-14. Delone's going to play a 3-man front. It does look like a little bit of a prevent here.
More of a zone in the back half here. Yep.
Hoffman breaks a tackle down the sideline, out of bounds. He didn't get the first down though.
You can see how explosive he is, Tony.
Levi Hohenstein knocks him out of bounds.
46 seconds left. And he's out of bounds.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down 3. And I guess if they're going to get back, they figure maybe Hoffman can break one.
Well, I would expect that somebody in that Delone defense would be a spy on Hoffman right now, Tony.
Yeah.
Lining up in the middle of the field and running wherever he goes.
Long time in that huddle.
Yeah, Hoffman comes out here, Tony, to the right side in the slot.
Got a little bit of speed on him.
Yeah.
Back to throw. Across the middle. Hoffman has it, but he's knocked down right away. Out at the 46-yard line.
Might have got the wind knocked out of him there, Tony.
He's going to have to go out for a play. Well, he's up now, but he is going to go out for a play, and that's timeout, Biglerville.
Yeah, they cut timeout. They'll keep him on the field. Ran a real nice in route there, Tony, and the ball delivered perfectly. Delone giving up some yardage there with basically, I'm not going to call it a prevent, but their safeties were quite deep.
Yeah. And they still have Biglerville for a timeout, so I guess I'm wrong. Biglerville and Delone both have a timeout, so I don't know what the timeout down there when Delone had the ball was. Ball at the 46-yard line of Biglerville. They got 39 seconds left to do something with it here. Biglerville will get the ball coming out here in the second half.
Well, defensively here, Tony, you want to really unleash that pass rush.
Yeah, I think they're only rushing 3, but back to throw. Fortney, a little bit of rush now. He gets away. Going to try to run the ball. He's in bounds yet. He gets away again. He don't have the first down. He's going to be stopped at the 49-yard line. Used a lot of time.
He did use a lot of time. J.D. Zig, Tony, really created.
The clock's running, so I don't think Biglerville has a timeout. They certainly would have used it.
Yeah, J.D. Zig created a lot of havoc with getting free up the middle and putting pressure and forcing him out of the pocket.
Back to throw. Ball's on the ground. Ball at the 36-yard line with 2 seconds left. So they're going to be another play because the ball did go out of bounds.
Well, I don't think they're in field goal range, but they can take a shot into the end zone.
Well, this kid has an arm to get it there. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. With 2 seconds left, go to half.
Actually, Forney has come out of the game. Oh, no, he's going to get a call. All right. Went over to get the call. Taking J.D. Zig.
No, I think they're going to rush 4 here, Tony. Well, no, they're not.
Oh, somebody's going to have to come out of the game. Yeah. There they go. Trips. It looks like, I think he's just going to throw it up. Hail Mary type thing.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
What do they have? Illegal procedure against Biglerville. The ball's going to go back to the 41-yard line.
Well, Delone tipped their hand there a little bit, Tony, with 3 down linemen, but they were bringing Ryan Smillian, the inside linebacker, off that right side. They were going to rush 4. I expect they're going to do the same thing.
Well, now he has to throw it a little bit further.
Yep. You don't want him back there waiting, and throw it up, because you can have 4 defensive backs back there, but you don't know how the ball's going to bounce.
Or the ref's flag.
So let's see what Delone does this time.
Well, they got a trip set. They changed up their set just a little bit. Hopping in the backfield. Watch for a screen pass or something like that. Ball's down, but I think Delone might have been off sides.
Flag on the play.
Flag in the play. I think it's going to go against the Squires.
Might be over, Tony.
Apparently, yeah, it is. Another illegal procedure. Yeah. And that's going to do it for the first half. Halftime, the score 28-7. We're going to send it back to Danny Smith for halftime stuff. We'll be back for the second half shortly. 28-7 Delone.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us here. Sorry about that. I got to turn up my headset so I can hear what's going on. Want to just do a quick shout out and a huge thank you to our Squire Guild members, Trummer Family Dentistry, G&S Foods, Donald B. Smith Roofing Incorporated, McSherrystown Home Association, Griffith Plumbing Services, the McSherrystown K Council number 2551, and the Ladies Auxiliary. Hanover Auto Team, David Roth, Orthodontics, Thrivent, Molly Bruce, Conawago Enterprises, Conawago Contractors, and UPMC is our newest Squire Guild member to get shout outs. Thank you so much for supporting our Squires. If you have a business or you know of a business who might be interested in supporting our Squires, please contact Mr. Thomas at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org or visit DeloneCatholic.org/Squires Guild. You can scan the QR code and that'll take you to the website. So very grateful to the members of the Squire Guild who help make our activities and programs accessible for our students. While we're waiting for Reverend Rudolph to come join us to give us an update on things coming, the upcoming senior nights that we have, October 1st, field hockey and cross country. Unfortunately, we can't bring you cross country just for the nature of how that works, but we are going to be here at JT Flaherty Field to bring you field hockey. Did confirm with Kathy Little, she'll be joining us for commentary. October 3rd, we have boys soccer, their senior night. October 10th, it's a unique situation. Girls soccer and volleyball will both be having their senior night. So what we are going to do is, assuming we can get it all worked out, that we can get the two streams going at the same time, volleyball will be live streamed from the huddle to capture the girls' senior night, and we will be out here on JT Flaherty Field for the girls' soccer. What we're also going to do is October 7th, I believe, is the date we're going to pick up another girls' volleyball game. And we do have a bonus that week. It's October 2nd is the 8th grade boys football. They'll be here at JT Flaherty Field playing Hanover, so we're going to bring you that. We have masses, the all-school masses coming up, which next one we have coming up is the 19th. There's one a month pretty much now till April. So we will be bringing you those. And then, of course, next Friday we're back here. Mr. Reverend Rudolph is here to join us. So while he's getting his headset on, Bill's going to get him suited up so that he can give us an update about all the good things that are coming up. And once we get him mic'd up, I will bring him on here. So go ahead. That's our upcoming senior nights. We just talked about those.
I was wondering when is youth night next Friday?
Yes,
Future Squires.
Blackout. So if you're here and you want to support Squires, dress in black.
Well, it's a great night to be a Squire, and let's start next Friday. Yeah, come on back out from Union Springs. They're off to a good start as well, so it'll be a quality football game. Our Squires will be up to the task. It's a blackout and Future Squire. We'll have activities for youngsters, so spread the word and bring them out and let them watch the Squires march on to victory against Bermudian Springs. It's a beautiful night for football here in Squire Country. We're glad everybody out there has tuned in, and hopefully you're on your deck with your device watching the Squires and Biglerville. Fall sports couldn't be off to a better start. We have success across the board. Our volleyball team is 6-0. They'll hit the court a couple times this week. Actually, they play tomorrow in the Big 8, Catholic Big 8. It is being hosted at Heritage Hills. They begin play at noon tomorrow. Trinity, Bethlehem Catholic, and a host of other schools will be there. It'll be a good day of volleyball. If you're out and about in York, stop by Heritage Hills and support our Squirettes. And again, they had a huge win against Bermudian Springs this past Tuesday, 6-0. They'll be back in action also this week coming. Big game against York Suburban on Thursday night at York Suburban. That'll be a big test for our girls. But let's back up in the week. Monday, September the 16th, our golfers continue their season, and they will be wrapping up their regular season very quickly as they prepare for postseason. They'll be at York Catholic at Honey Run Golf Course. We're proud of our boys and girls golf team. Also, JV football will be in action. They'll be playing Biglerville back here at 6 p.m. in the stadium. So if you're looking for more football action, come out and check the 9th and 10th graders, the JV team. You won't be disappointed. A couple other highlights for the week. York Catholic will be in action here against our boys on Tuesday. They'll actually be playing at Clark's Field at 4 p.m. That'll be a good match. Our boys soccer team right now sit at 3-1, and they're in good position in terms of the district rankings because of the competition we play. They're playing very well. Won a couple in a row now, and we're proud of our boys soccer team. Girls soccer, they are off to a 5-2 start. They'll play York Catholic at York Catholic on Tuesday. And also, just a fun little non-league game at Wyomissing on Monday, so they have to hit the road, get out of school early, and that'll be a fun trip for them on Monday. Our tennis team, tennis girls, they are 4-2 on the season, and again, they'll be preparing for league play in terms of the tournament, postseason tournament, and districts coming up for singles and doubles. But they play at home. They have a home match. They play over at West Hanover Street Tennis Courts, and so the way the weather has been, if you want to be outside and enjoy the fall sport, 4 p.m. they start on Wednesday the 18th, and they will play against Biglerville. That's always kind of a rival match. Biglerville and our girls are very competitive against one another, so you should check them out. Thursday, again, I've already mentioned the big event of the night is away, unfortunately, at York Suburban, our volleyball girls. And then Friday, we're back here with Bermudian Springs. I did want to say a home field hockey match as well, a game 4:15 on Wednesday. I'm kind of out of order there. September 18th, they play York Tech. So come out and support our field hockey girls. And Coach Christie has done a terrific job with some young players, a lot of 9th and 10th graders out there on the field. Of course, we have some upperclassmen that mean a lot to the program as well. But she really has encouraged our feeder school kids to get excited about field hockey, and she's turning the program around slowly but surely, and so they could appreciate and deserve our support. They'll be at home 4:15 on Wednesday.
And you can find all the information about our sports events on the My DCHS app and on the website.
Exactly, especially with all, as the season, fall season gets into October here quickly, all the various senior nights and youth nights, I mean, every program will experience that over the next few weeks. And so you want to check social media and our website for that information.
And the one thing I really love about the My DCHS app is you can sort by, if you're looking for the liturgies, if you're looking for the academics, if you're looking for the lunch schedule, if you're looking for the DCBN schedule, you can filter out the things you don't want to see, so you get to see all the content you're interested in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I just want to know what my husband's saying. I just want to know when we have walking tacos. I do kind of show up a lot on walking taco day.
They threw me a curveball this week because the walking tacos were not on Tuesday.
Well, actually, the ladies gave Bill a heads up that morning, and they said, let your wife know there's walking tacos if she wants to pop in.
So that was Wednesday. They said walking Wednesday tacos.
Yeah. They're well prepared for me. They know that that's the one thing I'll make a special trip into school for, because those walking tacos are really good. But we've had a wonderful night here tonight. I mean, it's been a great night. I was out. I got to run around because we have our students up here. It gave me an opportunity that I was able to get out and walk around a little bit on the football field, which I don't often get to do. So I want to give a huge shout out to our students, Luke and Zach and Timmy, for coming up here and taking care of stats and just jumping in wherever we need them to do to grab an extra camera or update scores. They've done a wonderful job. We've had a lot of visitors up here tonight, and I want to give a shout out to Aunt Sherry listening to us in Florida. We're taking good care of Uncle Jerry up here tonight. He's been watching the game with us. But it's been a really good night. The crowd's really into it, and they're getting a good show out here.
Right, I would like to just give a little plug for our digital ticketing. We've been partnering with Hometown Ticketing. It's a slow, soft rollout, but here in the football stadium, for example, you can skip the line. If you purchase your ticket online, you don't have to stand in line in the ticket line to buy a ticket. You can come right in the gate. They'll scan your ticket there. We are also using that indoor for volleyball, even in the concession stand. I know our family used our debit card at the concession stand one time this week, and so that's something that's just an option right now. Just remember, when we host playoff games, district and state games, or if you attend new for this year a league playoff game, it's all digital ticketing using the same service, Hometown Sports. So think about that as you prepare for more fall athletics here at Delone Catholic.
And just a reminder, tonight has gone relatively smooth, which is wonderful, and I don't want to jinx us. However, like last night, sometimes things happen when we are live streaming an event and things don't go as planned. We do record it, so we are going to get last night's volleyball game up on the website. We had hoped to have that up there today, well, onto the YouTube page. We'd hoped to have that up there today, but we were having some early internet problems, which I'm glad we had them early. That means everything goes smooth now. So we will be getting that. Yep, Bill's knocking on everything. So we will get that game up so that you're able to watch it. And you know, that's one of the nice things about this system that we're using. We're able to record, so if something does happen to the live stream, we can get you the full game up a little bit later. So it's a nice backup.
Again, I see the graphic up for Nolan Cruz and his Alex Lemonade Stand Foundation partnership. It's a terrific cause, so be sure to use your QR code reader there and take care of that and donate and support that cause.
I believe you can go onto the My DCHS app and find more information under news about that, and it is also on the website. Looks like Tony is coming back, so George should be close. I think they're going to be ready to
take my mic.
Yeah.
Never give a pastor a microphone, because we will not give it back.
Well, now we know that in the need of I need a break, we'll just put you and your wife, we'll mic you both up and let you run with it.
That's right. All right.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Everyone. Thank you, Danny.
I'm going to wait till George and Tony get mic'd up here so that we can, I don't have a windstorm there, and we'll turn things over back to them. Thanks, guys.
And we're back here, and Georgia got some first half stats by Tim. Zach Staub, 9 for 15, 173 yards and 3 touchdowns, and 2 attempts rushing for 33 yards.
And what's not in there, Tony, is his patience in the pocket and his decision-making, scanning the field and finding some receivers, taking his time.
Braden Smith has 11 rushes for 55 yards, 1 reception for 32 yards and a touchdown, and 3 tackles. Braden Clayball, 3 yards and 1 attempt, 2 receptions for 26 yards. He has a tackle and a pick. And Levi Holtenstein, 4 carries, 29 yards, 1 TV. Logan Ford, 4 receptions, 33 yards.
Continue to be more and more impressed with Braden Smith's hard running tone, running low to the ground, picking up some tough yards.
Thanks, Tim. Mike, you want to put that back on his desk for me? And we're going to start the second half with the Squires up 28-7. All the scoring in the second half. Let's run down that. Cole with a 49-yard strike from Staub. The kick was good. Holtenstein next with a 6-yard run just a minute and 5 seconds later, and the kick was good, 14-0. Biglerville came right back as Spadaccino caught a 51-yard bomb from Fortney. Their kick was good, 14-7. Smith with a 22-yard pass from Staub. 20-0. The kick was no good on a bad snap. And then Cole on a 15-yard touchdown pass from Staub. And the 2-point conversion was a 2-point pass to Clayball to make it 28-7 here at halftime. And that's where we are right now.
Tony, 2 plays in the first half that impacted this score, 28-7. Biglerville twice had receivers across the middle and just couldn't pull that ball in and handle it. Looked like they could break into the clear, and the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, and 4th and 6, well, the one thing I ran into the ref and dropped the ball. And then on 4th and 6, number 6 for Biglerville, Fulton got over the middle and just couldn't handle it. It was a little bit out in front of him, or he would have walked into the end zone too.
Yep. And as a consequence, on that last one that you described, Delone takes over and marches down the field and scores.
Yeah, and the big play on that was Staub getting loose for 30 yards as he saw his receivers all to the right, as you called, and he had the left wide open, ran it down here. Then he got hit out of bounds, which put the ball down. But then they made a mistake and got dropped at the 15-yard line. You know, and we had it 1st and goal at the 5, and we're back at the 15, and then he finds Cole in the end zone.
Yep. Well,
so that was a long first half after a very quick first quarter.
I really think, Tony, tonight's game in the first half, Delone's passing game has set up their success for running. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Staub's having a real nice game. I thought early in the game he was rushing his throws a little bit and throwing not a lot of zip on it. But once they got him out of the pocket and started moving him around, he starts running the ball. I think he feels a little bit more in the game, and the game's coming to him now. Marty down listening. He likes what he hears here.
Do a shout out to Billy Staub listening in from Texas.
Yeah, Brian Klunk usually listens in California, so they're all around.
I want to do a shout out to Peg Weaver, your sister-in-law, who I saw today over at Annunciation. Told her I'd do a shout out for her. She listens in every Friday night. Hope you're doing well, Peg.
She's watching.
Well, if you're doing
actually, Kerry, Peg's son's down in doing the Solheim Cup now for TV.
As a cameraman, huh?
Yeah, as a cameraman.
Yeah. Well, if you're Delone here, Tony, your recipe to finish this game off, if it goes according to plan, is to be able to have time-consuming drives down the field, even if you don't score, taking time off the clock to limit possessions by the Biglerville offense.
Yeah, you got a 3-touchdown lead now. The biggest thing is no turnovers, I would think. Let's get, we got to give the ball to Biglerville coming out here, and we can see their offense is a quick strike offense. 2-step drop by Forney and just let them fades fly, and he has the athletes on the outside to make the plays.
Well, that's a good point that you make, Tony, because what we've seen from up here in the booth, these receivers for Biglerville have had a step or two on Delone's secondary. And I'm sure that's something that Delone has talked about at halftime, but they can get back in this game with those quick strikes.
Well, Delone's defense, the usual defense that they play doesn't really set up well for a deep safety. But now you saw when they went to their prevent, they played a cover 2 zone, 2 deep zone. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Cruz is going to kick off from the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. He's going to kick off from the east to the west, the score to the Moose.
Well, so far, Tony, Aiden Hoffman.
Well, who's back here?
Number 5, the everything halfback for them. Delone's pretty much kept him in check. He's got some speed to the outside. He's picked up for some first downs, but for the most part, he's been contained fairly well.
Yeah, and that's what they have to do because he can go the distance at any time. Now they got Biglerville put number 8 back there.
Taven
McCall right about the 3-yard line. Well, we know Cruz can kick it if he wants to, so let's see. But there's an awful lot in the middle there now.
Yeah. I still like that dead area, Tony, behind the 30-yard line.
Yep. Cruz approaches the ball, and he kicks it deep.
Yes, he does.
Back at the 5-yard line, the 4. McAuliffe trying to get outside, and he's going to be wrapped up at about the 21-yard line. Good coverage that time.
Good coverage, Tony.
Well, the wall was set up on the Biglerville side, and he tried to get to the wall, and he just ran out of.
Yeah.
And Martin.
So the ball's at the 21-yard line. That's where Biglerville will take over here to start the second half. 28-7, the Squires lead. Forney comes out. Double wings, double wing, double wide out. There's a sweep.
Well played, Tony.
Well played by number, who was that?
Caden Hicks, I think.
Yeah, Hicks dropped him for a 5-yard loss.
Loss of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 15.
Just ran him down, Tony, I believe.
And even though it's 28-7, I think this is a big series for the Squires defense. If they keep them down here and take over,
get good field position.
Then they could do what you said. You can just, use your running game, take some time off the clock.
Pick up some first downs even if you don't score.
Spreading it out a little bit more here.
Yeah.
Hoffman in the backfield. Delone jump. They're going to give the 5 yards back. Biglerville uses that clapping the hands.
Yeah, they do. And then they snap it with like 1 or 2 seconds after that.
Yeah, so
we're back to 2nd and 10.
One of the interior linemen there for Delone on the left side, it might have been Hicks, went into the neutral zone, and they called the penalty right away. Double wing set. Give to Hoffman. He spins out of trouble, but
just good defense, Tony, in the interior.
That was good defense.
Everybody in their lane, Tony. No gaps were open. Everybody in their lane.
He's going to pick up maybe 2.
Not much.
Call it 3rd and 9. Give him 1 on that.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Canners.
He was hit and spun, and couldn't get away.
Yep. Well, Hicks, J.D. Zieg, Levi Davenport, and Jamie Aquino across the front of that defense, holding their own on that series, on that play.
Delone defensive backs aren't press coverage out. They're backing off just a little bit. Back to throw. Looks across the middle. Ball falls to feet. Now, I think he hurried that throw just a little bit. He had a man coming open across the middle, number 6 there, and he didn't get him the ball, and Biglerville's going to have to punt.
Yep.
Looks like Clayball's going to go back deep for the Squires. Ball sitting right at the 22-yard line.
As Delone drops into that zone, those receivers need to find the open area and sit down.
There, yeah, and that's what
sit down rather than run through it.
I think that's what Forney felt his receiver was going to do.
And that's what they didn't do.
Good snap. Another good high punt.
Just a fair catch would be in order. He didn't fair catch it. Number 6 thought he was fair catching.
Number 6 thought he was fair catching. There's no flag. Clayball ran it down here to the 47-yard line, and they're going to leave that stand. I didn't think he caught it either.
Noah Fulton did. He was covering, and he thought he was fair catching it, but I didn't really see him raise his hand either. I thought he should have.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're asking me, should he have done it? Yes, but he didn't.
But he gets it back here to the 46-yard line of Biglerville, where the Squires will take over with 10:06 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, position well, Tony, as we said. Stop them coming out, get good field position. Now take time off the clock.
Squires loaded up. Quick pass to Chris Cole, and he's going to be nailed out of bounds. Clock's going to keep running, give him a gain of maybe 2 yards. They're going to mark him for 3 yards. Okay, 2nd down, 7.
Braden Clayball coming in, bringing the play in. 26.
Holtenstein comes out. I would think Smith's going to get the ball here sometime in this drive. They will go back to their tight wing set. Motion across. Inside counter. Clayball gets it.
Clayball off the left side.
He's going to be down to the 37-yard line, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. And George, I think they're in 4-down territory again.
I would agree with you.
I don't think they punt this ball away from there.
If they don't take a big loss here, and I don't think that they will, because I think you're going to see some run action here.
Ball's at the 38. They need just inside the 36 to get a 1st down. We're under 9 minutes now.
But really good blocking at the point of attack there with a lead blocker into the hole.
Staub rolls, looking down. Ball's complete. Caught by is that Nate Smith, number 2? No, Ford, number 9. He's single digits.
Tony, I got to tell you, I'm surprised by that call.
Me too.
I thought Delone was going to run the ball there twice to pick up the 1st down.
The only thing
and he's fairly well covered. He's just snuck that ball in there.
The only thing that made me believe it was going to be a pass when they get to the line of scrimmage is Smith wasn't on the right side to run it to the power. Now Delone's going to start taking their time a little bit. That ball was out of bounds, so it's new. Back to their tight wing left. Slide over here to the right. Smith in the backfield. He gets the ball. Oh, and he's not going anywhere. He ran right into
Smith on the carry.
That number 6 again. We've been calling his name all night long.
Noah Fulton. Tony. Linebacker, 6'1", 195. He's a senior.
One brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Yeah, he closed very quickly on that.
Holtenstein in with the call. Clock running. We're going to be under 8 minutes by the time this play goes. Holtenstein gets the ball on the sweep, cuts it back in. This time going to be dropped by number 5. That's Hoffman playing a little defense. Going to be 3rd down and 10.
It's a 3rd and 9 for the Squires.
Well, that was the jet sweep there, Tony. I thought he could get the corner, but Hoffman's out there, pretty good athlete, as we know. Shut that play down in a hurry.
Levi ran that 3 times tonight, and each time he cut it back in, and he made good decisions each time. So, you know, he knew he wanted to do that. Trips over this way. Stalled back to throw. Looks back to the back. Has his man out there. That's going to be Chris Cole, and he's going to be down to about the 22-yard line. And we're going to try a field goal by Cruz here, I think.
Interesting play there, Tony. He looked right and faked and then came back to his left. The defense shifted a little bit. The defender over there for Biglerville did a good job of fighting off the block, making the tackle.
Ball's in the 22-yard line, and we're going to have a field goal by Cruz. And setting up at about the 20. It'll be a 38-yard field goal. Play ball the holder.
Ball starts with the snap.
And they've been questionable tonight. Good snap. Kick is up. No, it's no good. It's way far right.
And the kick is no good.
So Biglerville will take over at the 20-yard line with 7:05 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Biglerville had a little bit of pressure up the middle there too.
Well, the snap was a little high also until we got it down. I think Cruz misstepped there. But the ball will be in the 20-yard line.
That all affects the timing of that kicker.
1st and 10 for Biglerville.
Biglerville's ball, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
See what Biglerville dials up here. They got 7 minutes here in the whole 4th quarter. Hoffman in the backfield. Trips one way, single receiver the other. Hoffman and Forney in the backfield. Actually, Hoffman's on the right wing now. See if he comes back out. He goes in motion. Going to be a run here by Hoffman went. Oh, we got a flag late.
Around the left side.
A flag late thrown in there. Might be a hold on Biglerville. I'm not sure.
Might have a cramp down here, Tony, by the Delone player. A leg cramp.
Who is that?
Can't see the number, but he's on the ground with it looks like a leg cramp to me. And let's see what the penalty is. Holding
on the offense.
Repeat 1st down. The hold came after a pickup of a couple yards, so it's going to be a spot foul. So it's going to be 2nd down, and the ball marked at the 14-yard line and need up to the 31, so 2nd down and 16. 1st down and 16, I'm sorry, it stays 1st down. And that was Hoffman taking a direct snap there.
Well, they're finding ways to try to get him the ball because they know that he can break it anytime he handles the ball.
So somebody's still down there on our near sideline. We can't get a number. There we go. Somebody just sat up there. Let me see if I can get it on the monitor.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting up. Looks like it's number 50, I believe.
Is that Aquino?
Yes, it is. Jamie Aquino is junior.
Timeout on the field.
And it looks like it was just a cramp, but we won't want to speculate. He's up walking around. And I'm sorry about that call there. I thought Forney had the ball, but it was a direct snap to Hoffman that time. Still 28-7, 6:55 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I'm expecting a heavy dose of
1st and 16 for the
Bo Forney going back and starting to put it up in the air.
Forney's back there with Hoffman again. Trips one way, single receiver the other. There's a quick pitch to Hoffman on the outside again.
He's got the corner.
He's got the corner, a little bit of room. He's going to have the first down.
Hoffman off the right side for the Canners.
Give him 15 yards, and again, the lone outside man got caught inside.
Yeah.
Play ball on the tackle.
And Aquino's going to go back in the game, so he's okay.
We got a player down for Delone over there. We don't have a number. Clay ball. Braden Clayball, I think, is down.
Braden Clayball looks like he has a cramp too. Looks like they're working on a cramp there.
We'll check our statistician to see if he has any stats on Aiden Hoffman, how many rushing yards he may have. He doesn't. Okay.
Get some pickle juice down there. The cramps are coming.
Well, I understand mustard is the key.
Mustard and pickle juice?
Yeah. Looks like he's back up.
Trying to run that cramp out. First and 10 for Biglerville at the 31-yard line. Clock running now. Very heavy over here to the right side. Hoffman up the middle, breaks it up big time.
Yep.
Hoffman off the right
Starting to roll a little bit. Number 56 made the tackle, going to bring up a second down and 1.
Up 2nd and 1.
Well, this is what Delone needs to do, Tony. Biglerville's moving the ball, but they don't want to give up the real big play.
Make them use time.
Make them use time. You can see Hoffman. He's like 1 or 2 steps away from breaking a big one sometimes.
Slot again, both ways. Back to throw. Give him a little bit of pressure. Fortney's going to take off with it. He's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Fortney on the keeper.
He got the first down, though.
Yep, put that ball forward, got the first down.
He moves the ball up to the 42. Biglerville's 42-yard line, their own 42.
Biglerville at the 42-yard line.
Delone's defense, Tony, playing a little softer. Linebackers about 6 yards off. Safeties were off at time.
5:23 left here in the third quarter. No score in the third quarter yet. 28-7 still. Biglerville running trips. Fortney and Hoffman in the backfield. Back to throw. They got a man deep. Oh, tried to pull it in, he couldn't get it. Nice coverage there by number 12 for Delone.
Well, first of all, great effort by Tavian McCoff. Tony tried to pull that in with one hand, but pretty good coverage there by number what? Number 12?
Yeah, Parker Hotenstein.
Yeah, good coverage. Running, he was on his hip, running side by side with him.
Second down.
And another pretty good. The ball was thrown very well.
He was the only one that's going to catch it.
Yep.
Clock stopped with 5:17. We got 4 receivers over here, 1 to the other side.
We have a trip set here.
Trip set. Well, that quick pitch to Hoffman. Here it is.
Yeah, you called it, Tony.
See if he can get outside, and he's hit. Whoa! Number 17 for Delone.
Ryan Smillian from his inside. Linebacker position, Tony. He's a junior, 5'10", 160. He played that perfectly.
And they've been using that play quite a bit here. From the late in the second quarter on, they load up and give it to Hoffman behind that.
I'm telling you, I was impressed with Ryan's lateral speed there, Tony, to close that play down.
Well, they ran it into the short side boundary too, which is, Yep. Hoffman now. Actually, that ain't him in the backfield. That's number 8 in the backfield now.
Right.
Hoffman's out on the receiving end somewhere here.
Delone bringing a blitz, Tony, off the corner.
They're coming after him. They miss him, but now they get him. But it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5. Quarterback scrambled away for 5 yards. Actually, he's going to be
That'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 5. Let's see what Biglerville does here.
Delone bringing the heat there, Tony, forcing him up in the pocket, forcing him out of the pocket.
It's a long 4.
It is. I think Biglerville's going to go for this.
Looks like they're keeping their offense on the field with the clock running.
Yep.
3 minutes and 50 seconds. What would you do, Coach?
I think Biglerville needs to go for this, Tony. If they don't, if they punt it away, Dalone's going to run out the quarter, and you're still down 3 scores. I think this is the right call.
Taking a lot of time. Double slot. Back to throw.
Crossing patterns.
Oh, nice catch out there by number 8.
Delone trying to strip that ball out, but to no avail.
Is that 8 or 6? That was 6. Fulton made the catch.
Tony, that ball was right on the money.
Just a little slant pattern.
Had a crossing pattern underneath and a slant pattern deep, and he put the ball right on the money.
Where it needed to be, and number 6, Fulton, made that catch. Ball at the 35-yard line. So the gamble pays off for Biglerville with 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
And Tony, I don't see. There he is. Hoffman is lined up in the backfield. There he
he's
is.
In the backfield now. Double slot. Hoffman back there with Forney. Forney takes back deep, looking again. Tries over the middle again. Oh, that ball was in the air, fluttering around.
Pass is tipped by J.D. Zig.
Yeah,
not sure that wasn't tipped at the line of scrimmage or something.
I think it was tipped by J.D. Zig, Tony. I'm not sure who the intended receiver was, but it was tipped. Teach those linemen, get as much penetration as you can and get those hands up.
So 2:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. Biglerville driving after stopping Delone with 7:05 left here in the 3rd quarter. They've had the ball for 4.5 minutes. And they go double slot again. Way out. Way wide out to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Back throw. You're going to have a screen.
Center screen, Tony. Delone read it all the way.
Delone was waiting for that all night long.
Yep.
Pass complete. Brought down immediately by Levi Davenport.
Levi Davenport stayed home, Tony. It was his responsibility from his defensive tackle position. Okay. Center screen responsibility, played it perfectly.
3rd down 8, and Delone, Coach Zortman told me before the game they will throw screens all over the place, so they were ready for the center screen.
Yep. Well, Delone needs to bring some pressure here, Tony.
Forney leads him up to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down. We're going to be under 2 minutes by the time this is snapped. All receivers out. Forney alone in the backfield. Back to throw. Throws it deep down the field. And is it caught?
Sure
I believe it is.
Sure is.
Down to the 3-yard line. Who got that?
At the 4-yard line.
Tony, that play is I got an athlete and I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And
that was Hoffman.
And he's going to run underneath it. That's what it was.
Exactly what happened. Hoffman runs it to the 4-yard line.
Yep.
It was down in that far corner. I couldn't tell if he got it or not. Should have been actually watching the monitor on that one.
Well, Bo Forney, Tony, the quarterback, senior quarterback, he's put some air under these balls tonight, and he has been on the money several times. That was a very impressive throw.
Yeah, the coverage was there. It just
perfectly thrown.
1:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. Snap back.
Inside counter.
Inside counter, not going anywhere. Delone stopped that. Hoffman got the ball and gave it back to number 4.
Kyler Johnson, Tony, wide receiver, came back on the inside counter, and Delone sniffed that play out.
Delone stopped that. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
More importantly, Tony, you're taking time off the clock.
Time off the clock here. We're going to be down 1:15 here. Double slot again. Hoffman alone in the backfield. Back to throw. A fade into the end zone. And it's a little too far. It's incomplete with 57 seconds left, and it's going to bring down a 3rd and 7.
Yep.
And we're under a minute in here left in the third quarter. 57 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Well, he isolated his receiver one-on-one. Delone had good coverage, and he threw it to the very end zone there, and hoping his receiver could make a play, but to no avail. It's thrown out of bounds.
So they got two chances to get in here from 7 yards. I doubt if they kick a field goal, that wouldn't do them too much good.
No, I don't think so, Tony. I think Hoffman's got to be part of this offensive play calling one of these downs here.
Well, he's in the backfield now. They got a tight wing over there. They're going to run a little bit of an option play. And I think, did he get in?
40.
He did. 40 got in from 7 yards out with 50 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Well, good call by the Canners, Tony. I think Delone's defense was playing just a little bit soft down there on the 7-yard line, thinking it was going to be a pass. Quarterback takes it, goes wide, gets into the end zone.
40 in a 7-yard run makes it 28-13. And let's see, number 32 here. Tyler Wolf will try to make it 28-14.
Biglerville right back in this game with an impressive drive.
Big 4th down pickups. Snaps good, kicks down, the kick's up. And it's good. 28-14.
So with 50 seconds left in the third, your score, Delone Catholic 28, Biglerville 14.
28-14. We'll try to get some out-of-town scores up for you here if we can. See what's going on in the other areas. As Delone waits the kickoff here.
Well, Bo Forney, Tony, the senior quarterback.
Southwestern losing to Dallastown 17-7. Westrook 28, Suburban 3. Bermudian Springs 35-0 at halftime. Redline leads Susquehanna at 14-7. Littlestown 2-0 over York Catholic. Central York 40, Spring Grove 0. New Oxford all over Dover 39-6. And Trinity leads Susquehanna 34-0. Thanks, Luke.
Thank you for the squire.
And we're back here to start.
Bo Forney, quarterback, really impressive on that series for the Canners, running and throwing.
They kick it deep this time. Ball comes to the up back for the Squires. Finds a little bit of hole out here. He's at the 40, 45. Knocked out of bounds, and let's see who that is. That's Chris Cole. He brings it back to the 47-yard line. Good field position for the Squires with 41 seconds left.
Found a little opening there in the wedge, Tony. Broke it to the outside and puts Delone in excellent field position here.
And what they need is a nice time-consuming drive here.
Yeah.
One play in the end of the quarter. So big series for Biglerville's defense. Just scored to make it a two-touchdown game here. Motion across. Inside counter to Holdenstein. He gets a little bit of room. He holds onto the ball and gets up to midfield and over to the 46-yard line. That's probably going to do it for the third quarter, and a late flag.
Well, we got some extracurricular activity, as they say, going on.
See who that's on.
Flag on the play.
It's a dead ball foul, so the yardage will count. And let's see, personal foul, Delone Catholic.
Personal foul, Delone.
Well,
going to be 15. They're going to bring up a second down, and ball at the 39-yard line. Second down and a long 20.
Looking at our cameraman right now and asking him. The official always sees the second man, doesn't he, Mike? Always.
19 for the Squires.
Usually the case.
39-yard line.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter with a score of 28-14. Delone is going to start the fourth quarter, second down and 19.
Not a good decision.
So that's the end of the third quarter. With your score, Delone Catholic Flyers 28, Biglerville
28-14. That's the end of the third quarter. Let's see the out-of-town scores. There's no red line. 16, Susquehannock 7. And New Oxford over Dover 46-14. That's an update. Still 2-0 Littlestown over York Catholic. And West York 28-3.
Well, Tony, with the Canners down 2 scores, okay, Delone makes a major mistake here, puts himself in a tough hole, 2nd and 19. And Biglerville's getting their offense on track, and they're looking impressive and starting to roll. This is an important series. Delone's got to move the ball and take some time off the clock.
Yeah, they do. They got to, they got to come back. We saw that early in the year in the Susquehannock game where a big penalty like that put them behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
And that was early. Now they do have a 2-touchdown lead here as we start the fourth quarter. Pass over the middle, almost picked off. Spadacino had that in his hands and let it down, drop to the grass.
He pulls that in, Tony. It's 6. And you see how a decision like that, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, when you have a first down, you commit that penalty. Now you put your team behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
3rd and 19.
3rd and 19. I don't know what coach calls. There's not too many 3rd and 19 plays. They got that little bunch trip set. Thrown out to Smith. Has a little bit of room to run up to about the 45-yard line. And there's a late flag again.
Flag on the play.
See what that's all about.
Well, the Biglerville fans aren't happy with the call.
Well, Delone's going to be 4th and 12 unless the call somehow hampers.
No, it's going against Delone. You said hands? Is that what it was, Tony?
I guess. I'm not sure. He made the call from over there. He went like targeting, but I don't know.
4th and 13 to the Squires.
4th and 13. Delone's going to have to turn that ball over because of that penalty.
And Biglerville putting 2 men back, Tony.
Smith back to punt.
2 men back this time.
Ball's going to roll back, fumbled around, picked up. And Hoffman's going to get down about the 20-yard line.
That was a very effective punt, Tony. Very effective.
Delone has, Biglerville has the ball at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 with 11:22 left here, and now the big series goes back to the Delone defense.
Yes, it does. Well, plenty of time in this game with 11:22. Biglerville down 2 scores.
And with their quick strike offense, which
yes.
You saw what would happen on the last drive.
1st and 10, Biglerville at the 20-yard line.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts left. Biglerville up to the line of scrimmage here.
Yep.
Actually, that ball's right on the 20.
5 receiver set, Tony.
Back to throw. Throws it way deep. And Hoffman has it, and it's going to be a catch out here at the 45-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by Brady, play ball.
Yep.
I know the Delone coaches didn't like, but you couldn't do much more than coverage than what he'd had there.
No, he had good coverage. Tony, that's a play. I'm putting my best athlete out wide, and you've got to defend him. I'm going to throw it up, and even if you have good coverage, you got to knock the ball down. He's going to go get it. Let's see who wins.
And he called the ball. It was a great catch, great call by the ref on that sideline. He got both. Actually, would have been good in the NFL. He got both feet down.
Yes, he did. And again, I'm continuing to be impressed by this quarterback, Tony. Bo Forney. He puts that ball up and gives his receiver a chance to catch it.
There's the quick pitch to Hoffman.
Looked like a halfback pass.
Underthrown this time, though. And we knew they had that. And they set it up just like the pitches before.
Delone defense not fooled. Defender was back there covering the receiver. Big series here.
Ball at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 10. 10:32 left here in the game. Well, we were watching for the halfback pass and the center screen. We saw them both.
Yeah, we did. A big part of their offense, Tony, is they try to get one of their good athletes isolated on your defensive backs. And
here they have their same set,
and they
the power set to the left.
They throw it up.
Pitch out that time.
Pretty well defended by
Delone. Breaks a tackle, but he only gets 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 8.
Well, we had a lot of bodies there, Tony. Everybody reacted on the Delone defense very well. It started with good containment. Although he didn't make the initial tackle, he made the initial hit, slowed him down, and the rest of the defense came.
Well, I think Biglerville showed their hand the last time. They got 2 downs to make this 8 yards. They're not punting.
Nope. Not once they get to midfield. They're not punting. You're right.
And it's under 10 minutes now.
Okay. Kind of a tight set for him.
Heavy set to the right again. Back to throw. Under a little bit of pressure, throws it down the field. Oh, nice grab. Almost intercepted by Delone, but number 8, Tavian McCullough. What a nice throw because he was under great pressure.
He was under a lot of pressure. We had a hand in his face, Tony, and he let it go. He knew he didn't have any time. He just threw it up and put the ball right on the money in between 2 Delone defenders, and they pick up a critical first down.
Ball laying at the 27-yard line. Biglerville again. Still 9:19 left here in the game.
And you can see these athletes for Biglerville coming to life. They're making plays
Delone
to keep these downs alive, keep these possessions alive.
Oh, dropped across the middle.
Well, he was in the crowd, too.
Yeah.
Took his eyes off the ball. That was Tavian McCullough, Tony.
McCullough again, and Fortney did a great job not getting sacked.
Nope, he just moved around a little bit in that pocket to give himself a little bit more time. Found the crossing pattern. Receiver couldn't hang on to the ball.
8:51. Penalties looming large here for Delone.
They are, Tony. If you're playing defense for Delone, it starts with containment. You got to keep him in the pocket, bring the pressure, keep the hands up, and don't get beat deep.
Apparently some people lost a feed here in the 3rd quarter. We'll keep going here in case we get it back. Back to throws Fortney. Man over the middle. Knocked down.
J.D. Zig knocked that ball down.
Knocked down by number 62, J.D. Zig.
Some people are reporting they lost a feed in the 3rd quarter.
It's a 3rd and 10.
But we're up now, okay. I got a message here that some people lost with 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter, but apparently we're back up now.
Well, just a quick recap here to bring people up to speed. Biglerville playing some really good football, making some big plays to keep these drives alive, keep possession of the ball in 3rd and 10. Delone defense needs to make a stand here.
3rd and 10, and it comes down to Fortney's throwing that ball.
The quarterback for Biglerville is really putting the ball on the money.
Great catches by McCullough and Hoffman. I've got the ball down here to the 27-yard line. 8:46 left. Motion, back to throw. He's under a little bit of pressure, throws it out of bounds, and it's going to bring up a crucial 4th down.
Well, good coverage on Tavian McCullough, Tony, coming across the middle. Delone had him covered. The quarterback was looking for him. He was covered and was out of options and threw it away to live one more down, which is 4th down.
4th down. And they rolled McCullough into the short side of the. Not McCullough. They rolled Forney into the short side of the field that time.
And he didn't really have anything left. Okay, Delone did a good job of covering the slant pattern.
So now he needs 10 yards here. Delone will take over. Ball's at the 27-yard line. 8:40 left. Both teams still have 3 timeouts left. Hopefully the feed's back up for everybody. Trips to the left. Hoffman out here to the right. Back to throw. And a little bit of pressure, throws it out. It's picked off by Delone. And Delone's going to take over up at the 46-yard line. The route was jumped there. Clayball got his second pick of the night.
Braden Clayball, Tony, not a good decision there by the quarterback there. He was rolling. He had a little more time if he wanted it. Good coverage, and you're right, Clayball jumped the route. What a big play for Delone defense. Ball goes over to the Delone offense.
Tried to get it on an out pattern, and Clayball sat there and came up and picked it up.
Yes, he did.
So Delone gets decent field position at the 44-yard line, and I'd be what they need here is about 2 first downs.
Braden Clayball's his second pick, Tony, of the night, I believe.
Second pick of the night, yeah.
Yes. If you hear Delone here, Tony, you want to get a sustained drive, use some time up, try to run it a little bit effectively.
Smith has the ball.
Just like that.
Oh, he's gone. He got caught. Somebody got his leg. Who got it? 15 or 18?
19?
It's 19. It's Brandon Pierce. Made a great stop.
Made a saving tackle. He's a sophomore. Brandon Pierce, saving tackle.
I think he was gone.
Yeah, well, again, Tony, he hits that hole so quickly. Looks like he's getting better and better each week as a running back. Hits the hole quickly.
Clayball coming into the game. It's going to be under 8 minutes now before Delone snaps this ball. Big first down. And like you said, those points are, the objective is to eat a couple minutes off the clock here. Give to Smith again. This time he's not going anywhere. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Let's see when Biglerville starts using their timeouts.
Yeah.
Second and 10 for Delone.
I thought Jackson slowed.
Remember now,
was in there for that.
We're running up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. You see the people that back Delone Catholic Athletics. Make sure you look at their ads.
Second and 10, didn't take a loss, still manageable.
Quick pitch out here. Number 15, Holtenstein gets down to the 35, give him 2 yards. Under 7 minutes now. And who used the timeout?
I think there might be somebody. I think it's officials' timeout. I think number 5's shaking up. It's Hoffman, right? Aiden Hoffman.
Yeah.
Going to the sideline.
So okay, it's officials' timeout.
I think it's an officials' timeout. In which case, when they put it back in play, the clock should start. Correct?
Yeah, if it's an official's timeout, but is Biglerville timeout? Yeah, they took it off. They took it off Biglerville. I figured Biglerville would start using their timeouts sooner or later here. So it brings up a big 3rd and 8 for Delone at the 35-yard line. And George, I believe it's 4-down territory from here too. I don't think you'd want to punt. Although, who knows?
I think a lot depends on what they do in this play.
Forward in motion. Stalled back to throw. Gets it. Are we going to have a penalty here against Delone? It's going to bring up a 4th down. It's going to be very interesting to see what Biglerville is going to do. Are they going to take the penalty or make it 4th down? Talking to Biglerville.
Biglerville doing a little bit better job covering that play there, Tony. They had pretty good coverage.
Holding against Delone, and they're going to take the penalty.
They'll take that one.
It still makes it 3rd down.
Yeah, we get to run another play.
Ball now on the 45-yard line. Coach Zortman would like a explanation who was holding. 6:47 left here in the game.
17 for the Squires at the 45-yard line.
Delone doesn't need to be too quick here, Tony. They can take a little bit more time before they snap this.
Staub has a man out there.
Dobbs pass intended for Cole. Incomplete.
We got a banner down.
Well, we got two flags. We got a flag down there for a late hit on somebody. And we got a flag here at the 25-yard line. There's 6:31 left in the fourth quarter. So we're going to have to let the refs sort this one out.
But again, Tony, we had two receivers coming to the point of attack on that pass.
Some people lost us, but other people said they'd had to feed the whole time. So
we're going to sort this penalty out. I don't know if the Delone receiver might have ran into one of the defenders and knocked him out of bounds. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but there's a flag here at the 25 also. So I don't know what's going to happen here with it. You know, talking to the Biglerville sideline.
Well, good news is that player for Biglerville's up. That's a good sign.
Waiting for the personal foul against Delone.
Personal foul on the Squires.
You're going to take another 15.
Another 15. That's going to be loss of down also. So it's going to be fourth down at the 40-yard line. Over 60 yards of penalties here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to keep it at third, so it must not have been a dead ball foul. I think they're talking about whether it's a dead ball foul or not. It might be fourth down.
Well, that happened on the far side of the field, and we didn't have a good look at it, but we're not sure what happened.
But they're going to keep it third down, so Delone's going to get another play. Squires bring it up to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we're going backwards here. We had good field position.
Play ball off the left side.
Play ball makes a little bit of yardage.
Brought down by Johnson and Zonier.
So the clock's going to run now before Delone punts.
Well, a couple of mistakes killed that drive.
Yeah, penalties. Can't have them. Number 8 back deep, alone for Biglerville.
Brady Smith in the punt for the Squires.
Holding and personal foul.
Yep. 2 personal fouls and a hold.
Back deep.
Well, we got to cover this.
Oh, takes a big bounce, and he's not going to cover it.
Boy, he had time to catch that.
Oh, it's a 16-yard line. Delone downs it with 5:51 left. Biglerville with 2 timeouts, and Biglerville is now 86 yards away from making it a 28-21 game. And Delone defense again is going to have to come up big. So Delone had the ball down at the 30-yard line, and with penalties and everything.
What, 2 holding calls?
A holding call and 2 personal fouls.
2 personal fouls, yeah. Well, can't give up a big play here.
And here we go. Hoffman in the backfield. Last drive was stopped with an interception by Clayball. Quick pitch to Hoffman. He's going to try to find a little room, but he's down maybe a yard.
Well, good job containing him inside, Tony. He had to cut it up, and the rest of the defense did their job, but it starts with the containment. I continue to say that. Good job.
Brings up 2nd and 8 for Biglerville.
2nd down, 8. Clock ticking away here. 5:25 left here in the contest. Delone by 2 touchdowns. Trying to go 1-0 in the division. Hoffman back there along with Fortney in the backfield. Trips to the left. Single receiver over here to the right. Quick pitch to Hoffman.
Got to tackle him. Get him
and
down.
They're finally getting down. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
Yep. Trying different ways to get him the ball, Tony. Delone really playing good position defense, containing him and getting on top of him right away before he can get started.
They are trying to get Hoffman the ball, but don't you think it'd be better putting him out here and letting him run down and catch one of the
I do, Tony. He's such a good athlete. I'd create a lot of space for him and get him deep. Even if he's covered, throw it up. Him and McAuliffe can make some plays for you.
Well, that's 4:20 left in the game here.
And I think that's what they need to have. They need to have a big play. I don't think they have time to drive it like this.
Plus it's 3rd and 12. Fortney get back deep. Tries to toss it down the field. And that was great coverage that time. That's going to bring up a 4th and 12.
Tony, it was great coverage, but McAuliffe still got a hand on that ball. He's still got a hand on that ball. You can see the athlete that he is.
That was that Parker Hohenstein with that coverage. And he got inside the receiver.
He got inside the receiver. McAuliffe reached around him and got a hand on it, but couldn't pull it in.
It's exactly 4 minutes left, and Biglerville has almost got to go for it. With 4 minutes left and 2 timeouts, but it's 4th and 12. Taking an awful long time making this play. And here we go, we got double slots. Back to throw.
Delone's got
across the middle. It's caught, and it's a first down. The outside man did an in pattern.
Brought down by number 9, Logan Ford.
We gave
that was number 8, McAuliffe.
We gave a lot of cushion there, Tony. We really did. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing at this stage in the game. Okay? But again, Forney putting the ball on the money where it needed to be, a great throw.
This is coming down to where if they score, it's going to be an onside kick situation.
Absolutely. Let's see if Delone's front four here can rise up and get some pressure on this quarterback. That's what they need to do right now.
3:30 left in the game. Back to throw.
Oh, he's got a step. He's wide open.
Man deep. A nice grab by McAuliffe, but he had to stretch out for it at about the 28-yard line.
Well, I think that's the recipe, Tony. Hoffman and McAuliffe can make those plays. And that's just a great throw and a better catch. Yeah, he got the wind knocked out of him. He's going to have to go out for a play. Just a tremendous catch. Good throw, better catch. Had 2 steps on our steps on our defender.
Injury timeout on the field.
And he's going to have to come out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah. So if you're a defensive coordinator here, you're trying to think, well, if I play zone, I'm giving up too much of a cushion. They catch it underneath, and they move the ball down the field. If I press coverage, their athletes are beating my secondary.
Yeah. And there was at the end, no deep safety help on that.
No.
I mean, Delone has a touchdown to play with here and 3:19 to go.
Delone's very fortunate that he had to stretch out and go to the ground to catch that, or he's sitting in the end zone, and it's a 1-score game.
Let's see if we can get some scores up, Luke. Maybe give you a final rundown of scores here. Oh, they all went to nothing.
Well, the Biglerville offense gets back
on the field now.
McAuliffe will have to sit out at least one play.
Yeah, we'll catch you up on those scores. No, Dallestown leading Southwest. Nothing else really changed. Fortney back. Clock running. 3:10.
He's looking left.
Has a man out there in the end zone. Ball up, knocked down nicely. Nice defense out there.
First pass off, incomplete.
Was that Ford or Cole? I can't get it.
Broken up by Cole.
Yeah. Tony, quarterback looked that way even before the snap of the ball, and it looked like he was going to go there. And hey, I got an athlete out here. I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play, and he almost did. He almost did. You're right. Our cameraman, Mike Knoll.
3:02 left in the game.
Calling it like it is.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
With great coverage, he still almost took the ball away. So we come down to the part of the game where I've got athletes and you got to cover them.
Trips over to the left, slot over here to the right.
The defense has got to get some pressure on this quarterback.
Again, we're going to toss one into the end zone. That's way too far. Decent coverage by Delone. Bring up a 3rd and 10 now. 2:56 left in the contest. 2 timeouts for Biglerville, 3 for Delone. Next week, we're right back here as the Bermudian Springs Eagles come to town to take on Delone Catholic.
Well, if you're Biglerville, you got to score, but before that, you might have to pick up the first down too.
Please check Delone Catholic Athletics on your Facebook page to get all the updates of all the other activities of the week.
Yep.
I'll give you the scores of all the Delone events. Forney in the backfield. Hoffman a little bit to his left. There's a slot out there to the left, slot to the right. Hoffman sitting right with Forney in the backfield. Back to throw. Across the middle. It's caught. Down about the 15-yard line. And that'll be enough for the first down.
And they did exactly that, Tony. They picked up the first down to keep this drive alive.
And the clock's going to start running again.
Fakes left and hits the slant pattern across the middle. Good job by Forney. This quarterback willing this team down the field.
Ball sitting just outside the 15. Forney back to throw again. A fade into the end zone. Knocked away by Logan Ford and a nice play.
Great coverage by Logan Ford, Tony. And turned and found the ball too. Knocked it away.
If he wouldn't have got his head around, it might have been interference.
Yeah, he turned around, played the ball.
It's really tough getting any pressure on Fortney because he throws the ball so quick.
Yeah, it's like a 3-step drop, isn't it? Sometimes if he's not in the shotgun.
And a fade, and that's what he's been throwing.
It's 1, 2, 3, throw.
2:28 with 2 timeouts left. Biglerville on the run here.
They continue to spread you out with this 5-receiver set.
Squares look like they're going to bring 4 this time. Here they come. Quick pitch out. Hoffman can't get loose, and he's dropped.
Brian Smillian, Tony, the inside linebacker, made a big play, got his hands on him.
And I think Biglerville's going to have to spend one of their timeouts here.
Yep.
And they do make it 3rd down and 8, and that's big. Using their timeout there. They only have one more.
Well, the quarterback, Bo Forney, Tony, he's got some athletes. Taven McAuliffe, Aiden Hoffman, and Tyler Spadacino. I mean, they show the ability to get downfield and get behind your secondary. They've got 3 good athletes that can run and catch, and they put a lot of pressure on the defense.
I think that timeout helps Delone, too.
I do. They needed a little break, gather themselves a little bit.
So we got a 3rd down and 8 here at the right inside the 15-yard line. Hoffman in the backfield along with Fortney. They got slot receivers to both sides. Back to throw. Looks into the end zone.
Got him.
What a catch. That's a touchdown. What a catch by number 8, McAuliffe.
Yep. Is that McAuliffe, Tony? Is that who it was?
Number 8.
Number 8, yes.
Yeah.
He split him out wide, ran inside, broke to the outside, one-on-one coverage. My athlete's going to beat your defender. I'm going to throw it up. He's going to catch it, and we're going to pull within 1 score. That's exactly what they did.
(28-20) and a big extra point coming up here.
Well, Bill Forney putting on quite a display here from his quarterback position for the Biglerville Canners. This is a big kick right here.
Kicks up. No good.
No good.
Missed it to the left. That makes it 28-20.
And that's a big miss for Biglerville.
With Biglerville only having 1 timeout left, it's going to have to be an onside kick coming here.
It's got to be. Where's your hands team at, Tony?
And they can only stop the clock once after that.
I want to get my athletes on the field here for this onside kick. I'm not worried about any sort of return. I want to recover the kick and fall on it, not try to pick it up. Biglerville fighting hard in the second half, coming back with some big plays.
Well, they've held Delone scoreless here in the second half. It's 28-20.
And Delone has hurt themselves with some key penalties.
Very key penalties. They probably had over like 70 yards of penalties in the second half alone.
Yep. But Bo Forney putting on a show from his quarterback position.
What do they have him listed as, a junior or a senior?
He's a senior. Senior quarterback, 5'11", 160.
How about McAuliffe?
McAuliffe's a senior.
And McAuliffe's going to do the kicking off here. Delone has 9 men up, or actually 10 men up.
And this is essentially the play of the game right here, isn't it?
Delone covers it. Nice play by number 9, Logan Ford, I believe, got it.
Was it 9 or 8, Tony?
Well, maybe it is 8. Caden Hicks is number 6. There's them single digits again.
Yep. That was big.
So they only got 1 timeout left, so I would assume 3 running plays. Use 40 seconds each time.
1st and 10 Squires at the 49-yard line.
Let's see when Biglerville chooses to use their timeout here.
Well, this certainly was a game of big plays, Tony. No question about it on both sides.
Give to Smith, and he goes down right away.
Yep. They bring 8 people to the line of scrimmage, covering all the gaps.
And Biglerville's going to save their timeout here.
Also, 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, forced Delone to use up every second. He should not snap that ball, and that official raises his hand with how many seconds?
Well, yeah, with 5, and then he'll count the 5 off with his hand.
Right.
So we're down to 1:35 and running.
Take your time. Don't snap it. And when you do snap it, go on the first sound.
Smith gets it again. Little more room this time. He's over midfield to about the 48-yard line.
Brought down by a group of Canners.
And again, Biglerville is not using their timeout.
And I think it's critical here that Delone take every second.
3rd down 7.
And what Delone might want to do is count it down, Tony, and call a timeout.
Call a timeout themselves.
Yeah, take it down to 1 second and call timeout.
We're under 40. Give to Smith. And Smith's going to have the first down, and that's going to be the game.
Yes, sir.
Second effort by Braden Smith gives the Squires a first down, and they're going to win this game 28-20.
Well, Landon Turner, the inside linebacker, made the initial hit, but he couldn't hold him. And Biglerville calls timeout.
Biglerville calls a timeout, but all we need to do is take a knee down with 17 seconds left.
Yeah, he was hit at about the line of scrimmage almost by Landon Taylor. Tony broke that tackle and got forward with some hard running.
Luke, let's go. Let's give me the scores here, the other scores of the games, and I'll run them out here before we get out of here.
Well, what a game.
Dallastown 30-21 over Southwest. West York 35-10. Bermudian Springs 42, Fairfield 13. Red Line upsetting Susquehannock 22-7. Littlestown 9-0 over York Catholic. Central York all over Spring Grove 56-7. New Oxford beat Dover 48-14, and Trinity leading Susquehanna 48-0. Thanks, Luke.
Well, Tony, a game of big plays tonight, no question about it.
Big plays, and Delone's going to get out of here, and they're going to have to work on those penalties. They can't have them. Staub gives it to Smith.
I'm surprised we're running the ball there. I'm surprised we're not just taking a knee.
And that's going to be the end of the game. And Delone's going to win this game 28-20 and go 3-1 on the year, and also 1-0 in YAIA.
This Kenner team came down here tonight, Tony, and they showed their might. They've got some athletes, and they're a good football team. Delone fortunate to get out of here with a 28-20 and a well-played game with big plays.
Yeah, they're going to upset some teams along the way here. Delone 28-20. We'll be back next week. when Bermudian Springs comes into JT Flaherty Field. The final here again, Delone Catholic 28, Biglerville 20. And for the George Nieder, Tony Weaver, Mike Knoll, Bill and Danny, Luke, Zach, and Tim, our statistician. Good night, everybody.